Greatness. Why does it appeal to us? It's more than an accurate shot or an intimidating dunk. It's the smile of confidence, the swagger that exudes cockiness, the warrior's gaze. In the end, after the wins and losses are tallied, after the battle scars are healed, all that will matter is who captured the moment, who captured the essence, who captured the elusive quality of greatness. It's an exciting week in the NBA as Magic returns to play for the Lakers, and the Bulls try and break the record for most wins with just 3 losses set by who else? The LA Lakers. Tonight it's the first of a 6-game road trip for the Bulls as they meet the 2-time defending champion Houston Rockets, and it's all live from the Summit in Houston, Texas. And we welcome you to the Ford Dealers Warm-Up Show and Chicago Bulls basketball here on Sports Channel. I'm Steve Cashel. Here we go. It's the last game in the month of January, and a win tonight gives the Bulls a 14-0 record, which would be the first time in franchise history they will have gone through a month unbeaten. But if history has a say, it won't be easy, as the Bulls haven't won in Houston since November of 1987. You can see they also haven't beaten the Magic the last 5 times they have played them in Orlando. And also Phil Jackson will be looking for his first ever win in Houston as a head coach. So a lot on the line tonight, Bulls and the Rockets. For more on this evening's game, let's go to the Summit in Houston, Texas. Say hello to our play-by-play team. Here's Tom Dorr and Johnny Redker. Gentlemen.
Good evening, Steve Cashel. And Redhead, you talk about the Houston Rockets team that's won the last 2 NBA championships, but a guy that comes to mind is a guy that didn't play in the ball game earlier in Chicago, Clyde Drexler, and what a great player he is.
Clyde Drexler just coming off a game Saturday. At his age, he shouldn't be doing this, but he is. 24 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. His 19th career triple-double. When he does that, it makes the other guy inside so much more potent. And that other guy is Hakeem Olajuwon, and look at his season numbers. Almost 26 a game, 11 rebounds, and almost 3 blocks. Wow.
He's an outstanding, that's a great double team. Johnny, you're kind of a gambling guy once in a while, aren't you? You like to lay it on the line once in a while. You got some lucky numbers for the fans for tonight?
Well, show me some lucky numbers. Here they are, 31, 21, and 20. Now, do you feel lucky out there, punk? Well, I'll tell you what, make a bet on this. You know what these numbers mean? We'll show you. Michael Jordan, 31 points, Pippen, 21, and Rodman, 20 rebounds against Phoenix on Sunday.
You're great with these lucky numbers. I like this. I bet a lot of people play those, in fact, and win some money. Hey, the Bulls set to take on the Rockets, the last 5 NBA champions on the floor. Right now, let's go back to the studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel.
Tom and Jenny, thank you. Coming up, we're going to hear from Norm Van Leer and have more pregame breakdown of tonight's game as the Bulls go for their 16th consecutive win and 29th in their last 30 games. And we'll continue with Chicago Bulls basketball here on Sports Channel right after this.
Sports Channel's coverage of Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by your local Chevy Geo dealers, people you can trust when you're looking for a car. The Discover card, it pays to discover. Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward, the store for great prices on brand name electronics and appliances. United, the employee owners of United are proud to be part of Chicago's hometown airline. Come fly our friendly skies. Mazda, experienced cars and trucks built with a passion for the road. Mazda. Payne Weber, we believe our most important investment is an investment in relationships. Pace, it's back. The CTA Pace Everyday Monthly Pass. It's a snap to use, a snap to buy, so snap it up. And by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. This Bud's for you.
The Hoover Power Drive is self-propelled, making cleaning so easy, even a brother could do it.
Hoover, nobody does it like you. I got a passion and it's burning hot.
Protege, Best basic warranty in its class.
Passion.
Sports sedan poise and composure. Road and track. Well equipped. Priced like a base Corolla. Lisa Protege from $159. $999 down.
Oh, master.
Protege.
Passion for the road. Passion.
And right now, at Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward, you can get one. Like a Sony 32-inch TV with picture-in-picture for just $8.99. Get $25 to $50 back on Maytag lawn repairs and refrigerators. This Maytag washer is just $4.74. Matching dryer is just $3.99.
Here's tonight's America Online topic. Of course, you heard by now, Magic Johnson has returned to the NBA. He'll play his first game tonight for the Lakers as they meet Golden State. Want to know your opinion of Magic Johnson's return to the NBA? Send your response through electronic mail. Any other questions or comments you may have to scbulls@aol.com. Norm and I will go over your email on the Sports Channel report, which immediately follows tonight's game. Bulls and Rockets coming up shortly.
Some credit card companies promise you'll get a lot of mileage out of their cards. But at Discover Card, we offer something you can really use, the Cashback Bonus Award. In fact, we've given our card members over $500 million already. And the more you use your card, the more you get back. So the next time you travel, put more than just miles under your belt. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
Let's see why financial guru Alan Scott takes a Pace bus to work.
Because taking Pace costs about $11.50 a week round trip.
Huh, $250 a day.
Less. Now driving, there's gas, $22.50 a week.
That premium?
Regular unleaded. Parking, $31.25.
And donuts, can't drive without them.
Depreciation.
This is kind of cute.
Maintenance, tire rotation.
Fascinating. Well, let's just say that Pace makes more economic sense than driving. See you at tax time, Alan.
Wash your floors.
Pace, a fresh approach to public transportation.
22 minutes, 16 seconds past the hour.
Nice guy, James. His name's William.
A familiar face. A morning smile. An extra step.
Bridge was down, but he got here anyway, didn't he? It's amazing.
At this moment, the people of FedEx are using their know-how, determination, and heart to treat your package as if it were the most important package of all. Because to them, that's exactly what it is.
James, such a nice boy. He is a nice boy, but his name's William.
We're into the future. In conclusion, our balance sheet has never...
If we miss our plane, we've got problems.
One more thought. We must continue to problems.
We missed our plane.
I can tell you when the next one leaves.
Introducing Avis Flight Check, our exclusive up-to-the-minute flight information at car return. Another first from the employee owners of Avis.
Terminal B, Gate 2, you can just make it.
And I thought we had problems. No, we had Avis.
Trying hard on and see how.
Be with us Friday, folks. Bulls and the Lakers. Magic against Michael. We'll be inside the Bulls locker room after the game. Take you all night. So it's going to be fun. 9 o'clock. Friday night, Bulls and the Lakers. Norm Van Leer, Ozzie Guillen, two of Chicago's favorites, as Ozzie's here to promote Sox Fest this weekend. Bulls have won 15 in a row. You guys have been in some streaks in past years. What's the key to winning 16?
I tend to believe you can win. I think every time you take the field or take the court, you know you're going to win. And that's the greatest feeling you can ever have, because you know they're not going to beat you. You just go there and do your best you can and just win. That's an awesome feeling.
It is an awesome feeling. Norm, you've been there as well, and can the Bulls win their 16th in a row tonight?
No doubt about it. Just some things they have to do and take care of business. One of them being, like I said, playing defense and at least honor the fact that this team can shoot outside. Keep them from shooting jumpers, they'll win this basketball game. One
of the keys last time the Bulls beat the Houston Rockets was double-teaming Akeem and not letting the guy shoot from three again. You see the same kind of game plan tonight from Phil?
Certainly. At the same time, I think Akeem can still get 50 points, but if you shut down the outside shooting, they will win this game. Akeem's going to get his. He's a superstar. If you cut down the fast break and don't let Clyde Drexler get fast breaks, that means the Bulls are not shooting well and rebounding. So therefore, if you get those things in order, run your plays and make Houston play defense, we will win this game. If you don't do those things, you'll lose.
All right, Bulls going for a 39th win in 42 games. And Norman, Ozzie, and I will see you at halftime. Back to the Summit in Houston. Tom Dorr, Johnny Redker. Tommy?
All right, thanks again, Steve Cashel, as the Bulls prepare to take on the Houston Rockets. And if you notice a little smoke, it is very smoky in here. Let's take a look at the lineup for Phil Jackson's Chicago Bulls. Harper and Jordan will be at the guard. Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman with Big Luke in the middle. Phil with 380 career wins. Rudy Tomjanovich and the Houston Rockets will send Eric Rakasner and Clyde Drexler at the guards. Brown and Horry at the forwards, and the Dream, Akeem Olajuwon in the middle. Lou Canella standing by on the baseline. What's up, Lou?
Tom, let's talk about Rakasner in the starting lineup for Houston. He replaces Kenny Smith, who had started 539 of 540 games. But because of poor play, he's been relegated now to the third string. A little about Rakasner. He's played well in certain instances. Not a great ball handler, even though he'll be playing the point guard spot, a much better shooter. So he could have some problems against Bulls pressure tonight. Back to you guys.
He didn't have to go too far, did he?
No, he didn't. Right next to the bench.
All right, Lou. Good stuff.
Let's play ball. Our officials for this evening's game: Bennett Salvador, Bruce Alexander, and Jimmy Clark. They talked a lot here about Mario Elie and what his loss means to this ball club. And obviously it means an awful lot. They say defensively is where it hurts them the most, because they just can't match up with Scottie very well. Robert Horry then has to guard him as Olajuwon and Longley ready to jump center.
Whoa.
And Akeem jumped over onto Luke.
He just went right on top of him.
And does the same thing, and Green gets it. Tap over to Clyde Drexler and Eric Rakasner with it. Bulls 3 percentage points better than Houston on the season. Horry with Scottie on him, and Dennis Rodman with his first rebound. They want Scottie to go through. Harper with him to corner. Michael comes across to post up. Triple team. Now one-on-one. Out to Scottie. Goes by. Inside. He got fouled going to the basket.
Guarding Michael, but he sneaked in on Scottie, and he was going to the hoop, but they say no.
Phil Jackson hollering that it should be a shooting foul, but official says it's on the side. MJ with him the corner. Comes off the screen, fires and hits Michael from the left wing.
Just to let Clyde know he's still back.
No matter what you've read or heard, Clyde, he's still pretty good. Rakasner goes to the wing. Horry. Inside for Olajuwon. Scottie comes down to help out. Lost it. Loose ball. And a foul called. Ron Harper called for the foul.
Ron Harper is first. The first team foul against Chicago.
Horry will trigger the inbound pass to Brown, right back to Robert Horry. Olajuwon just ran over Luke and hits the jumper. So we're tied at 2 now. Scottie comes right behind Dennis Rodman, has him in the right wing. Rodman bounces to Michael.
Whoa, man, he got creamed on the play.
Rakasner over to Clyde Drexler. Back Rakasner with the fadeaway.
Michael got hammered down here going in for the basket. I mean, they give a little grab when the ball was on the floor to Ronnie Harper, and then a real blow down here.
Rockets lead it by a couple now as Michael. Over to the other side, Scottie for 3. Nope. And the long rebound. Pulled down in the corner by Chucky Brown. Rockets lead it 4-2. Horry with a 3. And Rodman taps it and gets the rebound out to Scottie. Here he comes. He's got Michael on the left. MJ for a 3. And that rims out. Scottie right there with a putback. Got the high screen roll. Chucky Brown with a long jump roll. That's not really his role with the ball club, but he just stepped up and hit about a 16-footer, and the Rockets go back in front. Luke, spin move, knocked away by Ori. And gets it out to Rakashner. Rockets with a 2-point lead. Rakashner kicks it out to Brown. He'll drive, puts it up and in.
Chucky Brown, he was 1 for 6 the other night. It was a slam dunk, and that meant he missed all 5 of his shots from 1 inch or more. He's got 2 for 2 here.
Harper steps out. Rodman will come across. MJ for 3. In front of the rim. Luke right there. Looks for the open man. It's Scotty. He'll try a 3 from the corner. That won't go. And Olajuwon looks to get the outlet pass. Oh, as Drexler fell down and Michael had to hurdle him. 8-4 Rockets with the lead. 8.5 remains in the first period. Olajuwon can step out. Way too strong, and Rodman with another rebound. Dennis with his 3rd board. Michael, little crossover step on top for Rodman. Crowd hollering for him to shoot. MJ gets the clear out, starts to back in, and it's kicked. Fresh 24 on the clock for the Bulls. Michael, nice cut, put it up, and partially blocked. Ronnie Harper picks it up, back to Scotty for 3. And that goes over the top. It'll belong to Houston.
Bulls firing 3s out there, really going after it.
0 for 5 from out there.
Michael went in for that shot. It sure looked like he got wailed on earlier.
Neither team lighting it up from out there. Drexler takes the jumper from the left wing. And down the floor, Ronnie Harper tries to answer, and he does with a slam. Good pass by Dennis Rodman to Ronnie Harper. And it's back to a 4-point Rocket lead. Brown takes the 15-footer back to Drexler. Shot clock at 10. On top, Chucky Brown, top of the circle. And Michael just took it away. He's got Scotty and Dennis Rodman on the same side. Pip will take that in. And he got fouled.
Chucky Brown on the foul. Pip looked like he was going in to get the basket too, but Scotty will shoot 2 free throws. There he goes in. Pip looks like he's going to hammer it. Then he goes in, puts the ball up off the glass, and will shoot 2.
10-7 now. And he kind of flipped that second one. It wouldn't fall down, and Rakashner brings it up for the Rockets, who lead by 3. Olajuwon trying to get in front of Luke. A lob for him, just a little too tall. It's it out, Scotty on the right side. Starts to back in. Ronnie Harper back to MJ. Wide open 3. Nope. And Dennis Rodman with the rebound. Got fouled.
Beautifully done. The shot is missed, and Chucky Brown picks up foul number 2. Dennis Rodman with the rebound.
And we got a timeout. 6:39 remains in the first, and the Rockets lead the Bulls by 3.
Now a mouse has the power to give you complete control over all your travel. Introducing United Connection. Now on your own PC, you can reserve flights on over 500 airlines around the globe. Then book from over 30,000 hotels. Or arrange for a rental car from over 50 companies worldwide. And you'll get 500 mileage plus bonus miles every time you use United Connection software to buy and complete round-trip travel on United. That's United Connection from the employee owners of United. To get it, call 1-800-4UA-CNXN. And make your mouse roar.
Welcome to an Ameritech test town, where folks continually test our stuff to make sure it's easy to use.
Okay, we got pretzels, corn chips, bean dip, beef jerky.
Like the Peapod service.
Pork rinds. Cupcakes.
Where you can order groceries from your computer and have them delivered.
Crackers and anchovies. Anchovies? I hate fish.
Because if technology doesn't work for people, it doesn't work. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
Michael Jordan with a basket, Clyde Drexler with a basket. But the last time they faced each other was February 7th, 1993. Michael had 34 points, 11 rebounds. Clyde only 14 points on 7 of 20 shooting and 7 rebounds. But he since has switched teams. He's back home here and playing very well, a member of the championship Houston Rockets. So into the game comes Mark Bryant. Good post-up player, good rebounder. Chucky Brown leaves with his second foul. Dennis with 4 rebounds. He grabbed that ball and put it right up. Bulls are not shooting well from three-point range. Surprising, it's normally Houston that goes after the three-point field goals, but the Bulls. Rudy T.
He's got his 200th win a week or so ago. There he is, 205.
Trying to figure out if Dennis has the same hairdo or is it kind of silver tonight?
I thought almost gray. Yeah. Verkasner looks to get it across the timeline. And they just did beat 10 seconds. Inside, Olajuwon kicks it out. Verkasner for 3 off to the right. And a loose ball foul, Mark Bryant, I think. Called for the push.
Yeah, he grabbed Dennis. Dennis has been working on him earlier in the game. He said, keep an eye out. Just don't let him grab me. I don't care what they do, but don't let him grab me. So that's their 4th team foul. 6:15 to play here in the first quarter.
Bulls really struggling from the field is Michael.
It's another 3, right?
Yeah, and that one rolls in. MJ puts the Bulls in the lead 11-10. Drexler tries to answer the 3, and he does from the left wing. MJ on the right side, on top for Rodman. Scotty to Ronnie Harper, his shot short. Ori with the long rebound down to Clyde Drexler for the easy one. And it's a 4-point Houston lead with 5.5 left here in the first period. Luke trying to post up, has it. Turns and looks.
Travel. Go with the shot. Luke cannot make up his mind. He played so well in that game, Phoenix, because he did not hesitate. Now he's got a hesitation here, and he turns it over.
Sports Channel would like to welcome our affiliate Jones Intercable and the viewers in Naperville. Rockets lead it by 4. Coming up on 5 minutes left here. Ronnie Harper with a steal, but he was standing out of bounds when he hit the ball. But Sam Cassell will check in. Eric Verkasner will leave, so this is the change in the point guard spot that really sparked them in their last game. Olajuwon posts up and had it tipped out with 8 on the shot clock and 5:05 left in the first. Drexler looks for the inbounds and finds Cassell, so he touches it for the first time. Olajuwon wants it, has it, kicks it out. Robert Horry into the corner. Drexler for 3. And it goes over the top. It'll be Bulls ball. He had a comment in the paper yesterday. He said, You know, it's a big difference, and they were having trouble moving the basketball, but he said it's a big difference when you know the ball's going to come on that extra pass, and that's just what they did then. He said you feel so much more confident taking that shot because you know the ball's going to be there when you're open. Harper. Michael posts up, wanted it. Now he'll come out and set the screen. With Horry on him. Michael with the fade. Now he takes the three and no shot.
Illegal defense.
Illegal defense. Warning Houston. Violation is called against the Elijah on warning against.
So that's the warning.
Violation is a technical foul. 24 on the shot clock.
Rodman with it on the wing. Gives it right back to Ronnie Harper. MJ posts up with Drexler on him. Luke goes to the free throw line on top. Harper fakes the three. Scotty won't. He takes the three. Nope. And the rebound. Rodman pulled it down to the corner. Gave it to Michael. Knocked out of bounds. And it's Bulls ball.
Well, Rodman went up in a mess of guys. Came down with that rebound. His fifth there. And was able to give it to Michael. Bulls hanging close because they're getting some extra shots here. Not shooting well.
12.6 per game, second among active players. For Rodman. Lou with the spin move and a reaching foul on Olajuwon.
They'll shoot this time. They're in the penalty, so Olajuwon reaches in. The margin of victory, it's not how you win. The Bulls have not shot well in the last two victories, but look at that. 16.5 points is the margin of victory, and he had 20 turnovers, so if you're the Bulls on a streak, you can play a couple times like that. Boy, the Bulls are not shooting well at this basket at all. And everything, the free throws.
4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 8 from the three-point stripe, and 2 of 5 free throws. 5 offensive rebounds. That's what you're talking about.
Yep.
Luke puts the second one in. And the Bulls come out with some pressure. Horry. Crowd starts to get a little concerned. On the pass, gets it across to Bryant, back to Drexler on the right side. Stops, fires from 15. Clyde Drexler with another bucket, and he's got a great start.
Yeah, he's back too. We let Michael know he's back too with 9 quick points.
4 of 5 from the field for him. And an offensive foul.
Dennis.
9 in a row. And he scored as Dennis Rodman picks up the foul. Dennis may not have agreed. Cassell on the left side, looks inside, and they find Olajuwon. And Rodman right there. Kicks it out to MJ. 17-12. Rockets with a lead. 3.5 remains in the first. Tony Kukoc will check in as Luke has it down low, and illegal. There's a technical foul.
Robert Horry, that's his second technical foul to assist against the Rockets.
Here comes Tony. Ronnie Harper will check out. And Scotty talking to Luke, and Tony comes over to join that conversation.
So that puts Scotty in the backcourt against probably Drexler. Michael will take the cell.
Phil calls Luke over. He wants to talk to his big fellow with Scotty. MJ takes his time. There's the little meeting we were telling you about. Rockets lead it by 4 as Scotty pops out to take the inbound pass. MJ with it on the wing.
Cassell's got Tony. Now watch this. If Tony's in there.
Luke right back. Scotty wanted it on the baseline. Puts it up. Couldn't get it. Scotty tip with his left hand. Thought he got fouled.
Just going to try to control the ball. Kept it up on the glass.
Ryan on the right side. Fakes the shot. Inside. Layup goes in. Mark Bryant with a nice pass. And Drexler with 11. Olajuwon with just 2 points. Kukoc over to Dennis Rodman. Baseline to Luke.
3 seconds.
Yep.
3-second violation.
And we got a timeout. 2:43 left, first period. And the Rockets lead the Bulls 19-15.
V6 Chevy Monte Carlo. With a sleek aerodynamic exterior, well-appointed cockpit, and high-thrust V6 engine, this baby will get you off the ground in a hurry. And some 80 decibels less than one of these puppies. You won't have to wake your neighbors every time you come in for a landing.
If you haven't watched the Sports Channel report lately, check out this February. You'll see Ronnie Fields' Art of the Dunk, Life After the Rose Bowl for Darnell Autry, a Michael Jordan exclusive. You'll work out with the Bulls, the Hawks, the Sox, and the Bears. You'll go up close and personal with Jeremy Roenick. You'll go in the locker room, on the court, and on the ice. The Sports Channel report is where you want to be this February, only on Sports Channel. The Bulls continue their historic march towards greatness in February against some of the brightest stars in the NBA. You'll see Van Exel, Barkley, Weber, Garnett, and Mourning challenge MJ, Scotty, and company. 7 great games means more dunks, more fast breaks, and more great action. The Lakers, Suns, Warriors, Bullets, Wolves, Cavs, and Heat, all on Sports Channel in February. What Bulls fans want.
On Tuesday, February 13th, when the Bulls battle the Washington Bullets, it's Montgomery Ward Hat Night. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat, compliments of Montgomery Ward.
Already here in this first quarter, Clyde Drexler has shown us a little of everything. 11 points of the Rockets, 19 already. He's done it from three-point land, and as you see here, he can also do it on the fast break, bringing his club easy baskets. This guy was ready to call it quits in Portland. Then the trade last February that sent him here to Houston. At the age of 33, fellas, this guy is rejuvenated.
Last 11 he has scored and has been outstanding for this ball club this season. I mean, you talk about Johnny, you can talk about the great players, and he's obviously one of them in the ball game today. I don't mean just this one. I mean in pro basketball right now.
Well, that is why the Portland Trailblazers did not take Michael Jordan. They took Sam Bowie because they had Clyde Drexler, a Michael Jordan-esque type player.
1915 Rockets with the lead. Cassell spins baseline, kicks it back. Olajuwon from 10 feet.
It's going to be a tough matchup. Sam Cassell, if he's got Tony to guard. But on the other end, Tony should be down low right now and take advantage of him.
Post him up. Michael gets it right back, puts up another 3, and it has really been a struggle down here at this end. Bulls are 1 of 9 from three-point range. Olajuwon spins baseline, got fouled, counted, and he'll go to the line.
He got right out of the double team. The double team is to keep him from going into the middle. Now it's there, but Luke gives him a lot of room down the baseline.
So Michael checks out with 2:03 left in the first, and Steve Kerr comes in.
So the two of them, 11 for Drexler, 7 for Olajuwon. They've outscored the Bulls, only have 15 points.
Scotty, top of the circle. Steve Kerr moves inside. High archer just won't go. Rodman had it tipped away, but Tony gets it. Steve Kerr open on the right side, wanted the 3. Rodman comes out to set the screen. Pip. A lot of time on the shot clock as Tony had it knocked away. Steve Kerr comes up with it. Shot clock at 10 now. Scotty comes inside, and offensive foul called on Scottie Pippen.
Good play by Bryant. Didn't have anywhere to go. Didn't give Scotty any selection of where to go.
Rockets lead it with that 24-15 mark. Horry with the lob, and he missed it. Scotty may have got a piece of it. Gets it ahead. Steve Kerr on the right side. Into the corner. Tony takes the 3. Right corner, and he hits one. They will go in on this basket, John.
Yeah, it's tough to get that ball in.
Cassell makes the move inside. Rodman with a good tip. Tony. And Scotty running hard. Inside Scotty. And his pass out of bounds. And Scottie Pippen hollering, saying that Tony Kukoc got forced out of bounds. Bryant gives it back to Sam Cassell. That's what's left in the first period. Shot clock at 12. Olajuwon spins, comes inside, and puts in the right-hand hook.
He goes right to his good moves. Our centers fool around a little bit and try to fake you on the first couple moves. He just goes right at you.
Tony into the corner. Steve Kerr, baseline jump shot. Steve Kerr drops it in.
Long deuce.
Shot clock is off now. That's what's left in the first. Bulls have brought it back to a 6-point game. Olajuwon spins, jump hook, off. Oh, rebound tap by Drexler.
Beautifully done. Drexler with 13. Wow.
Scotty inside at the buzzer. Count the basket for Scottie Pippen. We played one period here at Houston, and the Rockets lead the Bulls 28-22.
Why? Why?
Come to Georgetown, you'll be a big man on campus.
At Indiana, you'll be on national TV.
You get a great education.
A college degree.
And all the crunchy tacos you can eat.
Soft tacos.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Another double-decker taco, son?
Thanks, Coach.
Coach.
Now try the bacon double-decker tacos from Taco Bell. 2 new ways to bring soft and crunchy together for one big sizzling taste.
A little something for the road, boys?
I got a passion and it's burning hot.
Protege. Best basic warranty in its class.
Passion.
Sports sedan poise and composure. Road and track. Well equipped. Priced like a base Corolla. Lisa Protege from $159. $999 down.
Oh, master.
Protege.
Passion for the road.
Right now, at Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward, you can get one. Like a Sony 32-inch TV with picture-in-picture for just $8.99. Get $25 to $50 back on Maytag laundry pairs and refrigerators. This Maytag washer is just $4.74. Matching dryer is just $3.99.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by Hoover. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. And by Chevrolet. The cars and trucks 36 million people depend on every day. Genuine Chevrolet.
Back at the Summit in Houston, Bulls 8 of 21 for 38% in the first period. Rockets 13 of 22, 59%. You see the three-pointers, both teams at 20%. Bulls, though, put up 5 more. Lou Canella standing by on the baseline. What's shaking, Lou?
One other key stat, Tom Dory. You talked about it involving Clyde Drexler. Drex said that for Houston to be successful, they need to move the ball around nicely. Nice passing. Well, they've done it here in the first quarter. 10 assists for the Rockets. They had 10 the entire game back on January 3rd against the Bulls.
Look at the last basket here on a miss by Olajuwon. Drexler comes in. Nobody there to block him out. Up he goes over the top and taps that ball in. Then Pip comes down just to beat the clock underneath around Olajuwon, up off the glass and in. Bulls with the ball. Michael back in the lineup.
MJ with it inside. Baseline jumper, and Eric Rakasner back in is called for the foul. Rakasner and Cassell in. This is the ball club. This is the guards that really got things going in their last game against Detroit in the second half. Cassell was able to deliver the ball a lot better. Rick Kasner able to concentrate on his two-guard responsibilities, but against Michael, that would seem tougher as Tony got the rebound, put up a tough shot. Luke right there couldn't get it. Couldn't buy the easy one.
Boy, he had a chance to have Olajuwon in a poster play with him, didn't he?
And a great steal by Steve Kerr. Down the floor, Scotty splits the defenders. All the way, Scotty puts it in. And it's back to a 4-point Rocket lead. Horry, quick move, goes over offense.
Yep. He's having a tough go of it so far. Robert Horry has been stopped from scoring in the field so far. What makes Rick Kasner and Sam Cassell and Kenny Smith so effective is they've got a great post-up man. You got to go down and help them, and when you go down and help them, boy, those guys can shoot the three.
Michael goes down to post up again. MJ backs in from 12. His shot off again, but Steve Kerr right there with the offensive rebound. Scotty wide open three, and Pip drains it from the right wing.
Boy, the Bulls firing those threes. Pip now with what, 10, 11, 12.
MJ just 2 of 10 from the field. Inside Olajuwon, spin move, tough shot, and Scotty right there with a rebound. Bulls with a chance to take the lead. Inside Scotty, spins, got him in the air, put it up, got his own rebound, and out of bounds. And Scotty's upset.
Nobody blow the whistle on him. Said he got the ball twice on him, but Bill upset. Rodman is in for Luke Longley, so let's see what happens here. This is kind of cute.
Yeah, it's an interesting lineup for the Bulls on the floor right now. A very small lineup.
Rodman on Olajuwon. Let's see what happens. They're going to go right to him and see that.
Olajuwon in the lane with a jump hook, rebound tapped, and Rodman right there. Starts the break, almost threw it away. Scotty with a good move. Inside, to the corner, Steve Kerr comes inside, kicks it out to Tony. Good ball movement by the Bulls. Right back, Kerr, three-pointer, got it right side.
Bulls firing threes. They aren't always hitting them, but when they do, they put you right back in that game.
Bulls 4 of 12 from long range, and the Rockets want a timeout. 9:40 left in the first half, and the Bulls have stormed back to take a 2-point lead here in Houston.
It's Slam Dunk Saturday on Sports Channel. At 11, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are thinking upset when they battle Big East power Georgetown. Next at 1, the NIU Huskies rumble with the Loyola Ramblers. At 3:30, the Ohio Bobcats venture to Oxford to battle intrastate rival Miami. Then at 7, it's Big Ten hoops when Kiwan Garris hopes to lead the Fighting Illini past freshman phenom Sam Okie and the Wisconsin Badgers. Saturday at 11, only on Sports Channel.
For years, the horse-drawn carriage has served as one of Chicago's most exhilarating forms of transportation. Equally exhilarating is the 1996 Chevy Blazer. While the carriage features a charmingly bumpy ride and virtually no acceleration, the Blazer gives you 5 suspensions to choose from, a starting price thousands less than Ford Explorer, and 189 more horses than this carriage. Plus, it's got that nice new car smell. Hey, Wes.
Welcome to an Ameritech test town.
Okay, gentlemen, today, razor cuts. Pay attention, Henry.
Where folks continually test our stuff to make sure it's easy to use.
I tell you, here in Milan, this style is...
Like video conferencing, which lets you exchange ideas halfway around the world.
Walter, your turn. Okay. Now, remember, beauty starts here. It's all mental.
Because if technology doesn't work for people, it doesn't work. Ameritech, your link to better communication.
On Tuesday, February 13th, when the Bulls battle the Washington Bullets, it's Montgomery Ward Hat Night. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat, compliments of Montgomery Ward.
Reg, we got another great sports week here on Sports Channel. On Wednesday night, Hawks game time at 8, and then the Blackhawks take on the Edmonton Oilers at 8:30. Then on Friday night, the Chicago Bulls pregame show, game time at 9, and the Bulls take on the Lakers at 9:30. Magic Johnson is back playing for the Lakers, and you will see him Friday night right here on Sports Channel.
Well, the Bulls were down by 9, but they come back here now with some good ball movement. Here's Steve Kerr laces up a 3. And Pip the other way puts a 3 up there, so the Bulls firing up. They've got a 2-point lead here, 30-28 now. And Bill Wennington going to see his first action. Didn't get in the game against Phoenix Sunday.
Luke Longley apparently hurt his left knee. Chip Schaefer working on the inside of that left knee.
Tell you what, the Bulls got the Bulls in here. They've got 11 offensive rebounds, 19 total rebounds in the game, and the Rockets only 8 rebounds.
Rick Kasner lost it out of bounds. Bulls ball. Bulls on an 8-0 run now. On the period, Bulls have made 3 more than Houston, who has not had a field goal.
Well, they put Dennis Rodman in on Olajuwon. He missed the shot. Dennis got the rebound. Now they come in with Bill Wennington. Wennington's had some good games here. Michael, and a foul by Rick Kasner on the wrist of Michael's shot.
Drexler will check back in. And it looks like Robert Horry will leave. Boy, he plays a lot of minutes. 39 minutes a game.
He has not had the real good game. So they got 2 big post-up guys underneath, and Bryant and Olajuwon. And they've got Drexler, Cassell, and Kasner outside. Michael misses the free throw. The Bulls have not been good free throw shooters at this basket.
4 of 8 from there. 31-28 Bulls with the lead. Rick Kasner gets it across the timeline on the pass and gets it right back.
See if they go at Tony or...
Rick Kasner drops it inside. Olajuwon backs in and goes inside for the layup. Olajuwon with 11 now, and it's a 1-point Bulls lead. Tony with the post up. Kasner trying to stop. Wennington baseline jumper.
That would have been huge if he makes that. Now you've got Olajuwon thinking the whole game. Where is he going to be?
Drexler. Olajuwon down low. Backs, turns, fires, and hits. Olajuwon with 13, and the Rockets have taken the lead right back. Tony comes off the screen, takes a 3, and he's got 2 threes. So the Bulls take the lead right back. Cassell down the floor, quick move, and Rodman and Jordan right there. MJ kicks it.
Run, Bill, run, Bill.
Michael stops from 16, back of the rim. He is really having a tough game.
He was out here early shooting, too, when he got here.
2 of 11 for Michael as Drexler falls down, and a holding foul called against Michael. Rockets team doctor is down talking to Luke Longley about his knee. Pete Chilcutt comes in as Hakeem Olajuwon goes out. And Scottie Pippen will check in. As soon as they take Olajuwon out, Bill Wennington will come out.
That would have been huge. Bill makes that shot. Then, like I said, Olajuwon will be looking all over.
Drexler, quick move, left side. Really strong. Mark Bryan with the offensive rebound. Put it on the floor, and a holding foul called against Dennis Rodman.
Dennis's second foul.
Put a wrap on Luke's knee, and that looks like ice in there.
Technical foul on Dennis. It looked like he tore a piece of tape off the thing and off the backboard thing, the standard.
Jason Caffey will check in. Drexler makes that. Caffey comes in, and Dennis will get a break.
For Dennis Rodman.
Cassell looks down low. Picks it out back to Sam Cassell. with Michael right there. Cassell fakes, trying to get Michael in the air. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Scotty went high and picked it off. Bulls lead it by 1. Kukoc tries to go foul.
He's got him too.
He wants to post up. MJ on top. Scotty fakes the 3. Caffey out to Steve Kerr. Open 3-pointer. Steve Kerr's got a night going.
Steve Kerr with 8. He gave him a big lift when they were behind Sunday against Phoenix.
Bulls take a 4-point lead now. 6:50 remains in the first half. Bryant, quick move. Scotty right there again. On the move. Kerr right side trying another one. Nope. But Tony Kukoc right there for the rebound.
Oh yeah.
Got it counted and he's fouled.
The waiter came with the right hand, got the rebound, so the Bulls putting some pressure on the boards again. As I mentioned, they had 11 offensive rebounds. Steve Kerr misses the shot, but Tony is on the other side, grabs it, comes around, wheels to the middle on Chilcutt, then goes with the right hand and in.
Olajuwon comes back. Chilcutt comes out. Here comes Robert Horry. And Rick Kasner will leave. So they get much bigger with this move.
No rest for the wicked, eh? Tony Kukoc, when he starts off with a basket, usually plays very well. And here he's done. He's got 9 off the bench for the Bulls.
Sam Cassell with it. Gets it ahead to Clyde Drexler on the right side. Olajuwon trying to post up with Caffey on him.
2 seconds.
Backs in. Tony, good help. Drexler on the left side. Back to Robert Horry. Shot clock at 5. Lob pass to the second row. They have a tendency, John, to go through spells like this. You and I have seen this for 3 years. They'll just all of a sudden unravel, and then they spurt right back. But it takes a lot of energy to spurt back like they do. Michael down low with the post up with Drexler on him. MJ backs it in. Fadeaway baseline jumper. That's short. And he just cannot get it unraveled. Michael 2 of 12. Look for the steal. Horry. Wide open 3. Robert Horry. Nope. And Jason Caffey right there. 40-33 Bulls with the lead. Tony goes by.
The waiter with some game. 11 for Tony. They want a 20, yeah.
They want a timeout. Cassell brings it down the floor. Didn't see him. Goes right to the basket and lays it in.
That's
or
what
maybe he did see him, but went ahead anyway.
So they go right through the timeout. Tony, Rudy T with a little laughter.
Steve Kerr on the right side. Couldn't get it. Rebound. Michael inside with a strong rebound move.
Now he'll take it. They trade baskets here. Mike gets off by hitting the boards.
And a 20-second timeout called. 5:09 left in the first half. Bulls lead the Rockets 44-35. Johnny, you ready for our AOL question of the evening?
Yes.
All righty. Give us your opinion on Magic Johnson's return to the NBA. scbulls@aol.com is where you send your response. What do you think?
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
Wants to come back and play?
He's going to come off the bench. Wouldn't it be something if he got the 6-man award and Michael got the got the comeback award?
Oh,
speaking about coming off the bench, here's a guy that's done it, Tony. He goes around Mark Bryant. He could just take it at will over Olajuwon and in the hoop. Now Steve Kerr pulls up on a jumper. He misses it, but Michael goes in to help everybody rebound. He went in between everybody, back up over Hakeem. Mike with not shooting well, 3 for 13.
13-3 Bulls run in the last 3 minutes and now a couple seconds. Drexler finds Horry on the wing. Quick shot. Robert Horry couldn't get it. Michael right there. Steve Kerr fell down, but now has the basketball. Bulls lead it 44-35. Scotty goes on top. Caffey gets it back to him. Tough pass.
Olajuwon on Scotty. See what happens.
There's a 3. Horry comes over to double team. Out to Steve Kerr on top. Tony for 3. And that went over the top.
It went over the top. Tony missed. He wanted to keep that streak going. So
34-35. Bulls with the lead. Rocket fans start to make some noise now. Olajuwon, great spin move on Campbell. Wow. Olajuwon with 15 of their 37. Drexler has 14. Michael, free throw line. Pass goes inside. 3 seconds on Jason Campy. Lou Canellos, what's up?
Luke Longley has a mild sprain of his left knee, but as I say this, guys, he walks and he's coming into the game. I'm told that he'll be reevaluated by the Rockets team doctor at halftime, but it must be okay enough for him to play.
He and Chucky Brown will not get in the game at this time, so they should probably go right down through to Olajuwon again. Jason Caffey.
4 minutes left first half. 44-37 Bulls with the lead. Olajuwon tries the same move, comes back, the jump hook short, and the rebound loose. Finally, Scotty tries to get it. Olajuwon pulls it away. So the Rockets with another possession now. Oriole back it off. And take the three. Way off of Tony right there. Down the floor looking for Scotty, and a great catch by Scotty. Back to Steve Kerr, another open three. Steve Kerr makes him pay again.
Steve Kerr, the trailer, and Pip knows it. He's got 3 threes in this quarter.
Kerr with 11 now, and it's a 10-point Bulls lead. Drexler starts to back in with Michael on.
Oh man, he jumped right in Michael's throat, but Jordan picks up the foul. It looked like he jumped right up into him.
Luke comes back in.
Looked a little bit like that, didn't it? But
Michael talking to the official right now.
In for Mark Bryant by Drexler at the line for one.
Bryant hits that, and it's a 7-point Bulls lead now with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half. MJ on the right side as Tony's trying to post up. Kerr in the wing into the corner for Scotty. Steve Kerr goes through, back to Michael. Michael put it off his foot. Cassell goes down low for Drexler. Quick move inside, kicks it out. Olajuwon for 16.
Boom, what a line shot. They're playing great. 34 points between the two of them. They bring it back to a 5-point lead, and Phil will take a timeout.
Timeout Bulls, 2 minutes 35 seconds left first half, and the Bulls lead it by 5.
I got a passion and it's burning hot.
Protege. Best basic warranty in its class.
Passion.
Sports sedan poise and composure. Road and track. Well equipped. Priced like a base Corolla. Lisa Protege from $159,999 down.
Oh, master.
Protege.
Passion for the road. Passion.
You're Steve Cashel.
Yep.
You do Bulls Game Time in the halftime show on Sports Channel.
Yep.
You know what I love that you do?
What?
Back to you, Tom and Johnny.
Really?
Do it once.
Here?
Uh-huh.
Serious?
Yeah, just.
Back to you, Tom and Johnny.
It's even better live.
Are you ready to jam?
It's the Sears Schoolyard Jam, and it's only on Sports Channel. Sears Schoolyard Jam is the ultimate sports show with the kids. We'll bring you the coolest stories on the hottest stars.
You don't remember any of the Super Bowl show?
I don't remember anything at this point.
You don't.
What is your name? What are we doing here? Who am I?
Interviews with the high-flying, hard-hitting, rim-rattling athletes around the state and around your block. Sears Schoolyard Jam, what high school fans want.
For the best selection of Bulls hats, t-shirts, jackets, and other NBA merchandise, visit the official Bull team shops at any one of the Chicagoland Carson Peary Scott stores.
Well, Tony Kukoc has played very, very well so far in this game. He's got 11 points, and so has Steve Kerr. Jason Caffey kicks the ball out. They come flying out to him. Steve just laces it up. He's done one great job. He's got 3 3-point field goals. There's another one. And he'll be taking a break in San Antonio during the All-Star break and trying to bring home a lot of money to take his teammates to dinner. Look at that. 2 for 10 in the first quarter, 5 for 7 in the second.
Lou Canellos is standing by. What's up, Lou?
Just to follow up on Red, Kerr and Kukoc have combined to hit 8 of 13 from the floor. The rest of the Bulls team 9 of 28 from the field.
Tony on top for Steve Kerr. Into the corner, MJ. Drives the baseline. Horry with a good defensive play. Picks it off. 47-42, Bulls with the lead. Olajuwon fakes and takes that 7-footer. Nope. And Tony Kukoc with a rebound. On top, Steve Kerr with a fake. Michael gives it right back to him. Kerr stops from 17. Steve Kerr hits again.
Steve Kerr keeping him right there. 13 points.
49-42 now. Bulls with the lead as Cassell has it on the wing. Drexler trying to post up. Gets it right back. Sam Cassell, and a foul called on the pass, they said.
A pass off. So Steve Kerr picks the foul up.
Foul is going Chicago's 25, Steve Kerr, his first personal.
Steve turned his head that time, and Cassell's went in, and then he tried to kick the ball out, and it wasn't there.
Olajuwon with it on the right side with Drexler. Looking for the one-on-one move. Tony comes over to help out. Olajuwon inside for Chucky Brown. Over Scotty puts it in. Brown with a little jump hook. And it's a 5-point Bulls lead with just under a minute and a half remaining first half. Scotty inside, gives it off, was looking for loose ball. And Olajuwon comes down with it. Kicks it out to Drexler. For 3.
Gotta go 3.
And Chucky Brown again with the offensive rebound. Olajuwon turns and looks. Makes the move inside. Couldn't get it. Chucky Brown with another rebound, but Michael took it away. MJ over to Steve.
Steve had it too.
And a foul. Robert Horry called for the foul as he reached in against Tony Kukoc.
Steve, I thought was
he was open.
Wide open on that play. Comes Dennis Rodman back in, and Steve, you got Steve Kerr. Steve says, oh, I got a hot hand. What a hand he gets.
A lot of high fives on that Bulls bench. Fresh 24 in the shot clock. Under a minute left first half.
I think they want Dennis to put a little pressure on Chucky Brown. I'd look at him get the rebounds like he has. Pip.
3-pointer, Scotty.
Boy.
15 with 7 rebounds and 2 assists for Scottie Pippen. 52-44, Bulls with the lead. Lob pass inside. Great defense, Scotty and Michael both. MJ races down the floor. He wants a 2-for-1. Out to Tony. Back to Michael. And now not much advantage in the 2-for-1 thought. MJ, great move inside. Wow.
Flipped it up over Horry beautifully. Waited till everything passed by. Jordan with 11. 4 players in double figures for the Bulls.
Shot clock is off now. Drexler between the circles. Olajuwon was posting up. Drexler inside, gets it right back. Olajuwon from 17. No way. And we played a half of basketball. Coming up now, we've got our Chevy Geo halftime report. Steve and Norm will be there with their analysis, stats, and highlights. Denver, Minnesota. We'll get you updated on that ball game. As at halftime here, the Bulls lead the Houston Rockets 54-44. Lots more coming up, including right now as we go right back to the studio. One more time, here's Steve Cashel.
All right, Tom and Johnny, thanks a lot. Good second quarter for the Bulls, who were down by 6 after the first 12 minutes, and good to see the Kerrs and Kook coaches and guys come around.
Well, I'll tell you, a very important role was the bench coming in, hitting shots. Not only hitting shots and playing the offense, man, they played some defense and cut down that outside shooting, which was a key factor with this, and forced this team to do other things. And you know what? The Bulls start hitting shots. That meant no fast breaks for Houston, which was a very important thing in the second quarter.
Coming up here in the Chevy Geo halftime report, Norm and I will break down the first half of highlights, check in on Kevin Garnett as he continues his rookie year in the NBA. We'll be right back.
Hey Bulls fans, enter the Bulls sweepstakes for your chance to win an Elmhurst Dodge Stealth, a Chicago Harley-Davidson limited edition Sportster, a dream vacation courtesy of United Airlines, Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, and BTI Americas, a Sports Specialties Bulls hat, or other great prizes. Simply fill out the entry form in the back of Bulls tickets or on Bulls pocket schedules for your chance to win. There's no purchase necessary, but you must be 18 years or older to participate.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by Taco Bell, where you can try the new sizzling bacon menu, featuring the BLT soft taco and bacon cheeseburger burrito. Delicious bacon taste done the Taco Bell way.
To introduce you to a more affordable way to go cellular, hello, Ameritech will give you a free portable phone.
Great.
And monthly minutes.
Nice.
And great Ameritech service, all for just $19.95 a month.
That's it?
That's it. Just $19.95 for everything.
For everything?
Yep. Act now and get 1 month unlimited local calling. New Pickup and Go Cellular. The more affordable way to go cellular. Especially now. So what do you say?
Thanks.
Only from Ameritech.
For years, I never even thought about it. Guess I just didn't want to face things. Yeah, I've been there. But now, my parents, they need real help. It's gonna be tight. We'll just have to manage somehow.
I got this guy at Payne Weber, put me in a mutual fund for my parents. The same time he set up my kid's college fund.
That long ago? How do you know about your parents back then?
He asked.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Nobody's got the power to please me.
You can't see deep down embedded dirt, but now it can't hide from the new Hoover Dirt Finder. It electronically senses embedded dirt, so Hoover's powerful cleaning effectiveness can get what you might have missed. You'll know it's clean when the light turns green.
Hoover, nobody does it like you.
And we're back here, and this is Ozzie Guillen from the Chicago White Sox. Of course, Norm Van Lier from the Chicago Bulls. Ozzie here to promote Sox Fest, but it's the first of a 6-game road trip for the Bulls, who are trying to complete their first ever month unbeaten. They're also looking to match the best start in NBA history, held right now by the 71-72 Lakers, who opened the season with a record of 39-3. Bulls will have that mark if they win in Houston tonight. Akeem trying to put an end to that. Bulls came out very cold early on, missed their first 6 threes, and finally Michael got one down. Phil made a note of it, and finally, then Houston on the fast break. Drexler jams it home. He had 13 points in the first quarter, Norm.
Well, a lot of that because the Bulls misses, and he's running a fast break down the other end because of rebound and things like that, hitting the boards. It's just awesome. He can still play this game of basketball.
Houston led by 6 after 1 the second quarter. Bulls with an 11-0 run, then later a 13-3 run as they're nailing threes with Pippen and Kerr. Then how about Tony Kukoc right here? Finds his way in off the offensive rebound. Bulls' largest lead is right now at 10 points, 54-44. 4 Bulls players in double figures. Pippen 15, Kerr 13, Michael and Tony each with 11 points. And what do you think so far, Ozzie Guillen? I know you come from, Ozzie was in Caracas before, and a little colder temperatures here in Chicago, but the Bulls will warm your heart, huh?
I think it's nice to see those guys play the way they play right now. I think we need to give Michael back and score another 31st point.
That's right. Norm, obviously a big key, because whenever Michael has a bad first half, you always say the other team's in trouble, right?
In trouble because the history of what he does. If you don't get in the first half, look, scorers are going to score. It's when you do it. Michael's scoring 10, 12 points first half. You about believe he's going to come up with 20 the second half most of the time. And right now, the bench has played a key role. And I think one of the key ingredients that's happening right now, I like to play in the last 3 games of Tony Kukoc coming off the bench. and being more aggressive than I've seen him all year long. That's a good sign for the Bulls.
All right, still to come, a look at the NBA's only teenager, Chicago Prep star Kevin Garnett. We'll have other scores from tonight's NBA action. Please stay with us.
Bulls fans, now's the time to open up an ice-cold Beechwood aged Budweiser. For a crisp, clean taste you won't find in any other beer, this Bud's for you.
Right now, at Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward, you can get one. Like a Sony 32-inch TV with picture-in-picture for just $8.99. Get $25 to $50 back on Maytag laundry pairs and refrigerators. This Maytag washer is just $4.74. Matching dryer is just $3.99.
It's Slam Dunk Saturday on Sports Channel. At 11, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are thinking upset when they battle Big East power Georgetown. Next at 1, the NIU Huskies rumble with the Loyola Ramblers. At 3:30, the Ohio Bobcats venture to Oxford to battle intrastate rival Miami. Then at 7, it's Big Ten hoops when Kiwan Garris hopes to lead the Fighting Illini past freshman phenom Sam Okie and the Wisconsin Badgers. Saturday at 11, only on Sports Channel.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman.
Matt, what are you doing? Bob at Arlington Nissan in Buffalo Grove will beat anybody's deal. But Matt, we beat them with a lower price. Oh, price. And our great service and selection. Buy anywhere else and you're burning money. Bob Rohrman's Arlington Nissan in Buffalo Grove, 1 mile east of Route 53 on Dundee Road.
Hey, don't forget, join us Friday night. Bulls and Lakers, Magic Johnson's second game back. Michael against Magic. Bulls game time, 9 o'clock Friday night from the Great Western Forum in Los Angeles. Bulls and Lakers, and Norm and I will be covering the one before that in person Thursday night at Moretti's, which is just off the Eisenhower Expressway on Jackson and Paulina in Chicago. Bulls and Sacramento Kings Thursday night. As always, we'll provide commentary, have a trivia contest with prizes at halftime, also a question and answer session with Norm. Appearance and prizes courtesy of Miller Brewing. Admission is free Thursday night at Moretti's in Chicago. You know, a year ago he was playing high school ball right here in Chicago for Farragut. Tonight he's playing in his 41st game for the Minnesota Timberwolves as Los Lobos meets the Denver Nuggets up in the Mile High City. We're talking about Kevin Garnett, former Farragut star and 19-year-old rookie. Tough test tonight for Garnett going up against Mount Matumbo. But watch Kevin here use a semi-hook to score over Dikembe. Didn't see that shot from Garnett much in high school. There's another talented rookie in this game, Denver's Antonio McDyess. Watching the big block there on Isaiah Ryder. And on the offensive end, Jalen Rose with the lob to McDyess. A lot of young, great players in this one, Norm.
Well, a lot of young ball players that have a lot of talent, and if you stick and play together and get bar injuries, great futures for some of these young people.
And right now, Denver leading by 2 at halftime. And coming up later tonight, Magic Johnson makes his return as the Lakers play host to B.J. Armstrong and the Golden State Warriors. We're going to have highlights on the Sports Channel report after the game. And right now, more scores from around the NBA as the Bulls lead the Rockets at halftime, 54-44 behind 15 from Scottie Pippen.
Right now, you can lease the sure-footed front-wheel drive Lexus ES300 and get our luxury value package. Leather-trimmed interior, 6-disc CD auto changer, and power moonroof for just $399 per month for 36 months with only $999 down. All of which makes even a day like today perfect for a lovely drive in the country. Let your Chicago area Lexus dealer put an ES300 on ice for you.
In the world of credit cards, the traffic is getting pretty heavy, and it's easy to get confused by all the complicated new card offers and restrictions. But people who know where they're going use one card, Discover Card, with the Cashback Bonus Award, the Smart Rate Program, and no annual fee. For a positive impact on your finances, use the Discover Card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. Use it where you see the Novus sign.
The forecast called for a calm, quiet meeting, but a tempest rages instead. It's often the case in today's international business climate, which is why the employee owners of United have prepared a place high above it all, with worldly comforts that refresh, restore, and renew. United Airlines, the calm before and after the storm. We don't just work here. Come fly our friendly skies.
To introduce you to a more affordable way to go cellular, hello, Ameritech will give you a free portable phone.
Great.
And monthly minutes.
Nice.
And great Ameritech service, all for just $19.95 a month.
That's it?
That's it. Just $19.95 for everything.
For everything?
Yep. Act now and get 1 month unlimited local calling. New Pickup and Go Cellular, the more affordable way to go cellular, especially now. So what do you say?
Thanks.
Only from Ameritech. Your link to better communication.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Coming up immediately following the game, Sports Channel report. Lou Canellis will report from the Bulls locker room, provide live post-game interviews. We'll see how Magic Johnson does in his return to the NBA. Lakers and Golden State. Plus Tuesday night, and that means Blue Demon report time. Joey and Wire in the house. All this and Norm's keys to the Bulls-Rockets game tonight on the report. Of course, tonight's America Online topic. We want to know your opinion of Magic Johnson's return to the NBA. You can send it through email to scbulls@aol.com. Norm, what's your opinion?
Well, I love Magic Johnson, and I wish him well. But at the same time, if I was a player, I would have some concerns because I just don't know that much about it. And just like when Michael got hit, when Clyde Drexler hit him, I'd be worried about that. Get popped in my mouth and it's cut right there. I certainly would have some concerns.
Because of the HIV virus.
I don't care how minimal it is, I would have some concerns as a ball player for me. That's just me speaking.
All right, we'll talk more about that at the Sports Channel report. But right now, Bulls leading by 10 as we head to the third quarter. We'll see afterwards. Tom and Johnny have the call after this.
White squalls are a phenomenon of the imagination.
It came without warning.
What happened to my ship was not imagined.
It struck without mercy. It killed without reason. Hollywood Pictures presents Jeff Bridges in a Ridley Scott film, White Squall, rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 2nd.
You into sports? I mean really into sports? Great, me too. The Big Four. You know, football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. If you're like me, you need more than the score. You need to know what's coming. Penetrating analysis of teams and players. The inside story on strategies and trade rumors. Who's hot and who's not. And why. From people out there where it's happening. Like me, week after week. And I'll even give you a great deal. We've been called the Bible of Sports for over 100 years. We deliver the inside scoop on every team, on every franchise. So no matter where you live, the sporting news keeps you close to your favorite team, pro or college. Okay, here's the deal. Call the 1-800 number and tell them the Fly sent you.
On Tuesday, March 26th, the Bulls and Lou Malnati's Pizzeria will host Festivals 96, the annual dinner and sports memorabilia auction to benefit Charitables at the Bulls practice facility. Tickets are $175 per person. Call 312-455-4000 for details.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by Budweiser, official sponsor of the 1996 Olympic Summer Games. This Bud's for you. And by Electric Avenue Montgomery Ward, the store for great prices on brand name electronics and appliances.
Bulls lead the Rockets 54-44 at halftime here. Let's take a look at our Payne-Weber first half stats. Bulls 20 of 44 from the field, and the Rockets almost exactly the same thing. 3-point field goals, a huge difference in this ball game. Rockets with more assists. Bulls brought it down and hit open threes. Rebounds, Bulls did a fabulous job on the rebound. Almost as many offensive rebounds as Houston had total rebounds. Second chance points, huge for the Bulls. And how about bench points? 24-2. Kerr and Kukoc combined for the 24. And by the way, Sam Cassell had the 2 for the Houston Rockets. Now let's go to the baseline. Lou Cannella standing by with Coach Clemens. Lou?
All right, thank you very much, Jimmy Clemens. Boy, thank God Kukoc, Kerr come up big off the bench, and Pip with another nice shooting effort in that first half. What do you want this team to do in the second half?
Well, I think the second half, number one, hopefully Mike will find his rhythm in the game offensively. And I think our defense has to remain consistent. We have to keep swarming the boards. I think we are rebounding by a fairly good margin, but that must continue.
Thanks, Coach.
All righty.
Back to you guys.
Phil Jackson talks to his team. Interesting to hear what Coach Jimmy Clemens says as they prepare for the second half here. They'd like Michael to shoot the ball a little better, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
You can't blame him for that. Olajuwon and Drexler, 34 points. The rest of the team, 10. Hakeem, 8 of 17 from the field.
Bulls not, well, 45.5%. They got 13 offensive rebounds. Luke with that mild sprain starts the second half here.
Pip looks down low. Michael wants to post up. MJ turns and looks with Drexler on him. That one's not any better, but a good tip out by Luke Longley. Scotty in the lane, jump. Oh, that just wouldn't fall. Michael with a tip. Michael with another tip, and it finally goes in.
Right there. He missing the J, the signature shot, huh?
His shot. I don't think there's any question about that. Down low, Robert Horry comes inside, goes right to the back.
They had to get Robert Horry off. He was 0 for 6, and they wanted to get him going.
On the left side, Ronnie Harper for a 3. Nope. Rebound tapped out. Scotty had it knocked away, and it'll belong to the Rockets. And Chucky Brown fell down and now is back up, but looked like he was shaken up for a second. There he is. He fell down at the free throw line. Stayed down for a second, but now up. And he grimaces a little bit as he runs up the floor. I didn't see what happened, but it looks like he's all right now. He's got it top of the circle.
Ronnie Harp
saw it the whole way. Let's see if he can take it to the hole, and he does.
Foot race. Two guys with a little bit of age on him, and Harp outruns Clyde Drexler. Gets a steal and a slam.
Hollering out to Michael. Rick Kasner gets it down low to Olajuwon. Back to Rick Kasner.
Illegal defense. First one on the Bulls.
Against Scotty, they say.
Take a look. He overplays the passing lane here. Harp just waits for Chucky to lay it out there, and there it is. And there's a foot race. Both of them digging until Harp elevates. Whoop, and Harp.
And it's hard to win that race when you're the guy dribbling the ball. Olajuwon wants it. Scotty makes it tough to get it in there. Olajuwon one-on-one with Luke. Tried to come inside, and he does. Olajuwon makes it look so easy, but that's what a great player does. And he makes it look like it's just as easy as it could be. Scotty.
Offensive foul. All right, Pip picks up his second offensive foul of the game.
Scotty's second, and Phil. Scotty talking to the officials as well. 10 minutes exactly left in the third, and Rick Kasner with the runner. Makes it an 8-point Bulls lead now as Scotty comes down the floor. Bulls want a good possession here. Luke up high for the screen roll. Luke flashes across into the corner. Scotty gets the screen roll again. Pip had it knocked away by Horry, and Rodman comes down with it. Shot clock at 2 and 1. Scotty let it go in.
Oh, yes. Into 3. Rodman picked it up off the floor, gave it to Pip. Pip's third 3. He's got 18.
He's also got 7 rebounds. Rick Kasner with a 3, and he answers answers from the left side. Eldridge Rakasner with the bucket, and it's 61-53 now. Bulls with the lead. Harper, right side, Michael in rhythm. Just will not fall for him. Out to Rakasner. 61-53 Bulls. Drexler as Olajuwon comes into a picture, down low to post up. Drexler kicks it out. Olajuwon from 10.
The Dream at 21.
And it's 61-55 now. Bulls with the lead. Scotty top of the circle. Crowd starts to get into it a little bit. Michael with a post up down low. Backs in. Double teamed on top. Scotty for 3. Rimmed out. And Drexler with a rebound. Bulls lead it by 6.
Oh.
Blocked, but a foul called as Olajuwon went to the basket. Rodman comes across to pick up the personal.
His third. They get the ball inside here. Beautifully done. And then as he tries to go hammer it. No, they make the run back here. They're down by, Bulls are up by 6. Hakeem to the line to shoot a couple.
Olajuwon will get a couple. You thought they would make a run. They've done it here at the start of the third period.
That comes under the category of almost.
As Olajuwon misses the first, and our Montgomery Ward Electric Avenue Things Are Changing board. Rockets home record, November 5-1, December 7-1. January, they're just 3-3 at home. So a ball club that struggled this month. And Olajuwon missed them both with the tip-up. Drexler for 3. Luke right there, so the Bulls escape one there. 61-55 Bulls with the lead. Coming up in 8 minutes left here, third period. MJ goes baseline, double teamed into the corner. Scotty takes the 3. And the Rockets bring it up very quickly now. 61-55 Bulls with the lead. Horry on the wing. Olajuwon down to post up, has it down there. Makes the move inside, and a foul called.
That's Scotty's third.
Luke. The score, Chicago's number 13, Luke Longley. Second team foul.
Second among NBA centers in fouls. Olajuwon with it on the wing. Spin move in the lane. And Luke right there, there's just not a lot more you can do. That's why he is just a great player. Olajuwon with 23 now. And it's a 4-point Bulls lead. MJ gets it over to Ronnie Harper on the wing. Scotty fakes the 3, takes one, had it partially blocked. Drexler right there. Watkins could cut it to 2. Olajuwon inside, and Ronnie Harper fouled him. And Olajuwon will go to the free throw line for a pair.
They missed his shot, and then Drexler fires it on down here. A little touch pass down to Hakeem, and Ronnie Harper gives him a foul, so they're strolling on back here. The Bulls stuck here on 61.
61-58 now. Olajuwon 24 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block. It's a 2-point Bulls lead coming up on 7 minutes remaining, third period. MJ comes across the screen, shake and bake move into the corner. Scotty for a tray. And over the top, it'll belong to the Rockets, and they have a chance to tie on this possession. We got a timeout. 6:56 left, third period. The Rocket fans love it as their ball clubs come back to trail by 2.
Far, and the reason being Hakeem the Dream. The ball is going down deep to Hakeem, and he's doing it all himself. The Bulls are not double teaming Dream right now, and that is allowing their three-point shooters not to free up. And right now, Dream's taking it to the Bulls. He's got 24 points. As we go back to Tom and Johnny, guys, do you think Phil changes his strategy and starts to double team him?
Pretty soon, I would think, Luke. I would think so. They're leaving him wide open. You cannot do that. So they'll bring it up here and get a chance to tie it.
Last 3:15, they have been on a streak. Drexler backs in. Inside, lost it, and Rodman right there kicks it out to Scotty. Pip slows it down now as the Bulls look for the opening. Michael looking for Scotty. Pip with a fake, got Brown in the air. Inside, Luke Longley with a strong one-handed blocked away. Rakasner, right side, Drexler. Back to Brown, and Scotty right there with a steal. Boy, that's a look what I found. Not real strong for the Bulls, 3 of 10. Rockets 6 of 7. Scotty in the lane, got it. Big bucket by Scottie Pippen. 63-59 now as Phil Jackson up talking to the officials, trying to coach his team a little bit on defense. Rakasner brings it to the right side. Horry inside for Brown.
Chucky Brown just stays out of your way, doesn't he?
Michael down the other end, missed the slam, and a blocking foul on Olajuwon.
This is the one. I don't know if they got a chance to stop this play, but Olajuwon really turned sideways on it. Mario Elie was talking about the foul that he received from Rose of Denver and how he thought it was a terrible foul. Now they show it up here and they still think it's a bad foul, but Olajuwon did not stand there and take that. He just turned sideways with it.
Mario Elie, boy, he is a big-time key to this ball club. There's the wrist. He had to put screws in and a pin in to try and put that thing back together. He really had a tough time. Michael makes it 65-61 now as the Bulls come out with some pressure. Brings it across the timeline, comes inside. Harper cuts him off. Good help by Ronnie Harper. Rakasner looks inside, wants Olajuwon. Michael right there with a steal. Down the floor, Rodman on the right side. On top, Scotty from 15. Scottie Pippen with a big bucket for the Bulls, and Scotty's out, hobbling as he comes back down the floor.
Scotty brought his eyes with him today. 22 points.
Rakasner brings it to the right side. Quick long two and an air ball. Rodman right there. Gives it back to Scotty. Ronnie Harper wanted the lob and Drexler right there to knock it away. Horry bounces ahead. Loose ball on the floor. And
you call a timeout or is it a jump? It's a timeout called by Olajuwon.
4 minutes, 48 seconds remain in the third. They won at 20. The Bulls lead the Rockets 67-61. And John, you mentioned that Scottie Pippen had really done a nice job. The Bulls were on the brink of being tied by the Rockets, and Scotty came down with a defensive steal in the corner and hit a couple jump shots that put him back in the lead.
Well, let me tell you a little bit of something about Eldridge Rakasner. Of course, he got out of school in 90. Here we are in 96, so he's floated around Europe and everywhere else. He was the most valuable player in the CBA. When he went to high school with Robert Pack, and Robert Pack was not figured to go anywhere. This guy was figured to do it all, but Robert Pack has had the far superior career. But now discovered here by a team that needs a three-point shooter. There he is.
Bulls have had a tough time in this building over the years. Rockets lead the all-time series 20-4. Last Bulls win was 1987 at the United Center. The Bulls 2-0 and 35-14 overall. Rakasner brings it to the wing. Drexler And Olajuwon both post up down low. Olajuwon, as Scotty comes across to help. Inside, still put it in. Bulls lead at 67-63. Pip fakes the three. Looks for the man to get open. He's got Rakasner on him now. See if Scotty wants to post up. He does. Ronnie Harper for three. Big bucket by Harp on the right side.
Another guy that stays out of your way. There's some good defensive work. Comes up with the steals. Knocks down a three.
Olajuwon with it down low. Brought it down. Michael came in, tried to take it away. Rakasner on top. Drexler. Tough hanging jumper. Wow.
That was a tough shot. His first basket. He's got 19.
70-65 now. Bulls with the lead. Right side, Rodman gives it right back to Michael. Drexler knocked it away. Mike comes back up with it. 12 on the shot clock. 3:40 left in the third. MJ right wing couldn't get it. And Bryant right there with a rebound kicks it out to Rakasner. 70-65 Bulls with 3.5 left here, third period. Again, they go inside to the horse. Right side, Ori will take the three.
That was an offensive foul, it looked like, but Ori comes up with his second basket. He's got 5, and they close it back down to 2.
Not a good time for the Bulls for Robert Ori to start getting warm.
Offensive foul on Pip. His third. He's got 3 offensive fouls in this game, Tom. Pip wants to go to middle. Ori gets out. They've compared this guy's defense to Scottie Pippen's defense an awful lot, and tonight we see what they're talking about.
Rockets with a chance to tie now. Drexler with Harper on him. Kicks it out. Ori for another three. That's short, and the Bulls escape that time as Ronnie Harper gets the rebound, and the Bulls still have the lead. Michael crossover, kicks it back to Harper. Rodman posts up, has it down low, looks for the open man, out to Scotty. Pip with a quick move, lost the basketball. Ori. Back to Rakasner, bounce pass inside Olajuwon, double team. Luke almost knocked it away.
Hand up, hand up.
A good shooter, Rakasner put it in, and they cannot score on the Bulls to tie it. Pip over to Michael for three. Way off. Rodman right there lost it. Scotty comes up with it, and he got fouled.
Scotty working on a triple-double here. He's got 10 turnovers tonight to his 22 points.
Timeout call. 2:17 remains, and the Bulls lead the Rockets by a pair.
Typically, there are better times to buy a car than right after the holidays. But then the Nissan Altima is not a typical car. And your Chicagoland Nissan dealers are not typical car dealers, so they're offering up to $2,000 in factory-to-dealer incentives, 0% financing, and 0 down payment, with no payments until April. So while this might not be a good time to buy some cars, it's the perfect time to buy an Altima.
To introduce you to a more affordable way to go cellular.
Hello.
Ameritech will give you a free portable phone.
Great.
And monthly minutes.
Nice.
And great Ameritech service, all for just $19.95 a month.
That's it?
That's it. Just $19.95 for everything.
For everything?
Yep. Act now and get 1 month unlimited local calling. New Pickup and Go Cellular. The more affordable way to go cellular. Especially now. So what do you say?
Thanks.
Only from Ameritech. Your link to better communication.
Certainly isn't the same old place.
No kidding.
I'm thinking of early retirement.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm doing it. 2 more years.
You can swing it?
Yeah, my Payne Weber guy helped me out with it. Remember the stock money we got after the '84 buyout? He took it and restructured my entire portfolio.
How did he know you wanted out back then?
He asked.
On Tuesday, February 13th, when the Bulls battle the Washington Bullets, it's Montgomery Ward Hat Night. The first 10,000 fans entering the United Center will receive a Bulls hat, compliments of Montgomery Ward.
Bulls lead it by 2, and Johnny, guess who just got back today?
Who's that?
Well, it's not those Wild-Eyed Boys. Instead, it's Magic Johnson coming up Friday night on Sports Channel. 9 o'clock Bulls game time, 9:30. Bulls take on the Lakers. Magic is back. Sports Channel will be there to bring you full court coverage of Magic Johnson's return to the spotlight in this classic confrontation. Tune in at 9 Friday night. Bulls game time at 9:30. Bulls and the Lakers tip off on the NBA event of the year. It all happens Friday night on Sports Channel. What Bulls fans want. MJ, Michael Jordan, and Clyde Drexler. Drexler with 4 more points, same number of rebounds, but Michael really has struggled from the floor. 5 of 19. Drexler 8 of 12. Steve Kerr will come back in the ball game, along with MJ, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, and Luke Longley.
Michael with a wide shot to the right. Yep. Steve Kerr back in, and the Bulls looking for him to do what he did in the first half. 13 points, 11 in that second quarter.
Kukoc gets it right back to Scottie on top. Kerr. Michael with Drexler on him. MJ, spin move in the lane, kicks it out to the Rockets bench, but it's tipped. Bulls ball with 12 seconds left in the third. Phil Jackson calls out the play. Scottie, top of the circle, will take the 3. Michael right there with a slam.
And Olajuwon on the foul. Yes, sir. Michael way up high to slam that one down. Scottie takes the 3 here. Goes the good rebound. Michael inside, up and down. And Olajuwon picks up number 3.
And now Michael will get 2.
2?
Yeah, because Scottie took the shot. They said loose ball foul, I thought.
No. He made the basket and he's got 3
I see
on
what he's
his play.
going to do now. Sam Cassell within the backcourt. Tony stayed to get some help. Cassell between the circles. 73-68 Bulls with the lead. Cassell backs in on top Orr. Olajuwon right side. Shot clock at 3, at 2. Olajuwon with a rare miss. Rebound tapped out. Should be Bulls ball, and it is. Minute 30 left. Third period. Bulls lead it 73-68. Tony came across. Scottie. Right back Steve Kerr. Baseline runner. Steve a little too strong, and Robert Horry right there. Cassell started to make the move. Inside again. They go to Olajuwon. He'll kick it out for 3.
Horry starts now to get on fire. He's got 8 points.
With a minute left, the Bulls are back to a 2-point lead here, third period. Kukoc goes right side. Scottie, 50 seconds left. Shot clock down to 10. Into the corner, Kukoc makes the move inside. Tony to the basket, couldn't get it, and the rebound pulled down by Olajuwon. 40 seconds remain, third period. Cassell will bring it across the timeline with Steve Kerr on him, and a foul called on Luke.
No basket. The foul is called on Chicago's number 13.
Call him for the bump.
It's a first team in the last 2 minutes, so it'll be a non-shooting foul. 34.5 will reset the deck for them. The Bulls should get it with 10.
Olajuwon posts up with Drexler on the wing. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Drexler couldn't get it, and the Bulls with Scottie Pippen leading the charge. Shot clock is off. Pipp gets it over to Tony Kukoc. 17 seconds left. Bulls will take one final shot. 12, 11, 10 seconds left, third period now. Michael wants it on top for Tony Kukoc. 7 seconds, 6, 5. Kukoc starts to make the move. Tony brings it down the lane. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that's short.
I think he got it blocked. Yep.
We played 3 periods here at the Summit in Houston, and we got a dandy. The Bulls lead the Rockets 73-71.
Hey Bulls fans, this break in the action is brought to you by Budweiser. Now's the time to enjoy that crisp, clean Budweiser taste. This Bud's for you.
Bulls continue their historic march towards greatness in February against some of the brightest stars in the NBA. You'll see Van Exel, Barkley, Weber, Garnett, and Hornet challenge MJ, Scotty, and company. 7 great games means more dunks, more fast breaks, and more great action. The Lakers, Suns, Warriors, Bullets, Wolves, Cavs, and Heat, all on Sports Channel in February. What Bulls fans want. If you haven't watched the Sports Channel report lately, check out this February. You'll see Ronnie Fields' Art of the Dunk, Life After the Rose Bowl for Darnell Autry, a Michael Jordan exclusive. You'll work out with the Bulls, the Hawks, the Sox, and the Bears. You'll go up close and personal with Jeremy Roenick. You'll go in the locker room, on the court, and on the ice. The Sports Channel report is where you want to be this February, only on Sports Channel.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you in part by United. The employee owners of United are proud to be part of Chicago's hometown airline. Come fly our friendly skies. The Discover card, it pays to discover. And buy your local Chevy Geo dealers, people you can trust when you're looking for a car.
Back at the Summit in Houston, Bulls shot just 33% compared to 65% for the Rockets. 2 of 6 from the three-point stripe. Rockets made 1 more in 1 less attempt. And Reds, they're 12 minutes up on the board. The Bulls lead it by a pair, and we really have not seen that, I'd almost call it a patented run, that 8, 10, 12-point streak that usually happens in the third period. The Rockets were the team that did that tonight.
Well, they outscored the Bulls 27-19. And the Bulls still nursing a 2-point lead here.
Rodman comes back in. There's the brain trust for the Rockets.
Rodman and Olajuwon here to start out.
Cassell with it. Looks down low. Brown backs in against Kukoc. And no shot.
Tony with 2 hands, bump.
Bulls foul number 7, Tony Kukoc, his the first team foul.
We hear Phil Jackson hollering about who created the contact. Brown trying to post up. Wanted it down low, has it inside. Chucky Brown can't get it. Rebound tapped, and Scotty's right there.
He's 11th rebounds. He's done a good job on the board.
Kerr calls out the play. What a little team the Bulls have on the floor right now. Harper starts to back in, and illegal defense called against the Rockets, so the Bulls will get a free throw.
It's the 3rd one tonight. Steve Kerr should go up there and get an opportunity.
Steve Kerr at the line.
Well, this is the type game everybody expected it to be. Very close. You got the defending world champions here against a team that wants to be in that position again.
Scotty gets it right back. Rodman comes over to set the screen. He's got Olajuwon on him. Down low, Kukoc with Brown on him. Tony turns and looks. Drives baseline. Kukoc couldn't get it. Rodman right there with the putback.
Then it's his first basket of the night, but a nice job by Tony to bring everybody over to him on the drive.
Pippen and Rodman in double-figure rebounding. Olajuwon in the lane. The running hook, and Akeem Olajuwon with 29 now.
Takes that big step to the middle.
76-73. Bulls with the lead. Tony down low. Scotty. Pips looking for the opening. Backs in the lane, fadeaway jumper. Nope. And the rebound tapped, and Chucky Brown lost it. Should be Bulls ball.
Right.
Oh, no, they say it's Houston ball. Wait a minute. Hold on.
No way. They slapped it out underneath.
Hold the phone.
Right.
There you go. Bulls ball.
Bennett Salvatore. See, now watch it go off of Mark Bryan and out of bounds.
Steve Kerr comes around everybody and brings it back out. Fresh 24 on the shot clock for the Bulls. Pip. Rodman comes over.
Rodman set a screen, a solid screen, and a little bit of faking by Robert Horry. Down he goes as Rodman's fourth. So Pippen's got 3 offensive fouls. Rodman's got 2 offensive fouls. They're forwards.
Olajuwon in the lane, couldn't get it. Rodman lost the rebound. Finally picked up. Ahead to Steve Kerr. He lost it. Horry kicks it into the side, and Steve Kerr right there for the Bulls.
Tony, they got something going here.
Ronnie Harper inside, and he's fouled by Eldridge Rakasner. Ronnie Harper will go to the line for a couple. John, Houston has had several opportunities to either tie this game or cut it to 1, and they just cannot convert. The Bulls continue to escape. That's about all you can say.
Dennis still talking about that setting the screen. Ronnie Harper to the line. Harper's got 7 points in the game. His last point came by a 3-point field goal.
(77-73) Bulls with the lead.
Phil says get up on him. Does that mean should we press him a little bit? We'll see.
Cassell, double team, gets it over to Brown. Bryant at the half-court stripe finds Robert Horry. Olajuwon comes across, wants to post up. Scotty came over to help Olajuwon one-on-one with Rodman now. Spin move, Olajuwon short, and Tony right there with a rebound. Out to Steve Kerr. Bulls lead it by 5. Pip thought about it, now slows it down. Kerr for 3.
Yes. Steve Kerr rains another one down.
And timeout Rockets. 9 minutes, 26 seconds left. And the Bulls have extended the lead to 81-73.
Hey, it's your choice. For 96 cents, you can have juicy meatballs on fresh baked bread with marinara sauce and loads of fresh cut fixins in a sandwich made right before your eyes, or a pre-made burger. Good decision. Subway's meatball sub is just 96 cents for a limited time. Hurry in.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Hoover, nobody does it like you.
The Bulls continue their historic march towards greatness in February against some of the brightest stars in the NBA. You'll see Van Exel, Barkley, Weber, Garnett, and Mourning challenge MJ, Scotty, and company. 7 great games means more dunks, more fast breaks, and more great action. The Lakers, Suns, Warriors, Bullets, Wolves, Cavs, and Heat, all on Sports Channel in February. What Bulls fans want.
There's only one, Bob Rohrman.
The wait is over. The Midwest's largest Toyota facility is now officially open. The wait is over. We have a massive parts and service department, incredible Toyota inventory, and tremendous Toyota deals. Bob Rohrman's Oak Brook Toyota in Westmont, 1/2 mile west of Route 83 on Ogden Avenue. Buy anywhere else and you're burning money.
Hey fans, you can become part of the Bulls team by joining the Chicago Bulls Fan Club presented by Blockbuster Video. Call the Bulls at 312-455-4000.
Here in this fourth quarter, we see Houston continue to go down deep to Hakeem Olajuwon. We just saw it a moment ago where the ball went inside to Dream. He tried to make the move on Dennis Rodman. Rodman playing Olajuwon one-on-one perfectly, and the advantage that Rodman has against Olajuwon that Longley didn't have was the quickness. Watch, Olajuwon will try to go baseline, and there's Rodman again moving alongside, not giving Dream that open shot that he got in that first half a couple of times against Longley. Back to Tom and Johnny.
10 rebounds to 7. You see the minutes and the points. Hakeem Olajuwon, pretty strong.
Yeah. Steve Kerr, they find him wide open. Scotty fires it to him. Steve puts it up, and that is his high for the season here. 17 points, 16 formerly, 24 is his career high.
Cassell with it on the wing. Drexler up high. Cassell moves down inside. Kicks it out. Drexler makes the move. Runs over.
Oh, that's
Ronnie
the same
Harper.
play that Pippen had. They didn't.
Drexler long.
That was the same play that Pippen had running into him. Harp went down on the play, and Drexler drains the three.
81-75 now. Bulls with the lead. Michael goes across to post up. With Drexler on him. MJ backs him in. Fadeaway jumper. Nope. Rebound fought for and out of bounds. The officials say Houston ball.
Oh. Delay a game. He threw it to him, but they're going to give him a delay a game.
A delay of game warning has been assessed against Chicago. Delay of game warning. Next violation is a technical foul.
Bulls lead it by 6. 8 minutes, 40 seconds remain. Now Olajuwon starts way away. Cassell starts to back in. Wants the one-on-one with Steve Kerr. Cassell in the lane, and he skips it to fall.
Only his second field goal. But it brings him back to 4 points now.
Kukoc with it down low. Tony spin move and a block and a foul called inside. So Tony Kukoc should go to the line.
Robert Horry picks up 3.
His third, the second team foul. For the Bulls, number 7, Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc will go to the line for a couple.
Boy, he and Steve Kerr were really dynamite in that second quarter.
Tony will get one more. Kept him in the game, John.
Yes, they did. Matter of fact, they outscored him 32-16 to turn a -6 deficit into a +10.
Tony hits both of those, and it's 83-77 now. Bulls with the lead. Cassell with it on the wing. Now one-on-one with Ronnie Harper. Goes to the bucket, and Sam Cassell with another one.
So they're isolating Sam Cassell a little bit here.
Out on top. Inside, Ronnie Harper falling down.
Call timeout. He did. He called a timeout.
So the Bulls will take it. 7 minutes, 54 seconds remain. And they'll take a full timeout. 7:54 left. Bulls lead at 83-79.
Well, what do you know? You can get a pair of these Gordini ski goggles free with a coupon inside specially marked 12 packs of Mick Golden and Mick Golden Light. Pretty cool, huh?
This is an authentic Chicago Italian beef sandwich, one of the best treats this town has to offer. This is the 96 Chevy Cavalier, also one of the best treats this town has to offer. Both are loaded with great toppings. But while features such as ABS, dual airbags, and daytime running lights are standard on the Cavalier, juicy. The features on the sandwich are merely optional. I think you should get one with everything to go. This is a beautiful thing.
Tonight, after the game, we'll go live into the Bulls locker room. White Sox shortstop Ozzie Guillen is in the house, as well as DePaul coach Joey Meyer with the Blue Demon Report. All that plus Magic's return to the NBA right after the Bulls game.
The Chicago Bulls have capped season ticket sales at 15,000 seats and have started a priority number waiting list for seats that may become available in the future. To add your name to the season ticket waiting list, call 312-455-4000.
Hawks back on Sports Channel tomorrow night. Game time 8 o'clock. Hawks and the Oilers tomorrow night. 8:30 is face-off here on Sports Channel. Houston Rockets against the Eastern Conference at home against the Central Division 4-0, against the Atlantic 2-1 on the road. Central 3-3 and 3-4 against the Atlantic. Johnny, you see Luke all bandaged up there, that left knee.
Yeah, Luke had a slight sprain in the first half. He came back and played, then he started the second half, but he's sitting down. Let's check in with Luke Canellis.
Red, in the follow-up on the Luke Longley injury, Chip Schaefer was telling both of us that the extent of the injury will actually be determined over the next 24 hours. If the knee swells overnight, then there could be cartilage damage there, which is of huge concern. If it does not swell, then it's just a mild sprain of the left knee.
Boy, I hate to hear that.
It's going to mean heavy duty for Luke Longley. I mean, for Bill Wennington.
12 in the shot clock. 7:54 remains. Harp goes down low for Kukoc. Shot clock at 6. At 5. Tony starts to make the move. Ori cuts him off. Tony got him in the air. Puts a shot up. No, and Olajuwon right there for the rebound. Kicks it out to Ori. Bulls lead it by 4. Olajuwon down low with a post up. Luke Longley is up and ready to check in as Olajuwon cannot get it again.
That's 2 shots now he's had against Dennis, and Dennis is able to
perfect.
Whoa!
And Olajuwon with Tony with a great steal. Thought about the 3, kicks it over to Steve Kerr. Bulls will set it up now. And a great move by Clyde Drexler to knock it away. Scottie Pippen will check back in. Drexler wouldn't go, and Steve Kerr went for the rebound. Tried to save it. Does save it to Rodman ahead to Tony Kukoc. That's a heck of a save by Kerr. Michael from 15, and that shot is still flat. Just flat.
Not to win for him tonight. Jordan 6 of 22 from the field.
Rockets with a chance to cut it to 2 again. Cassell. And the foul called on Ronnie Harper. Luke Longley and Scottie Pippen will check back in. Ron Harper leaves. And so does Dennis Rodman.
Dennis did a nice job against Olajuwon in there. The 2 face-ups that he had with him, he made him miss those shots.
83-79. Scottie now on Sam Cassell. That's a little different. Cassell inside, missed that one badly, but got the offensive rebound.
The other way. It was on Cassell, leaning out, trying to hold him off, so he picks the foul up.
This ball foul is called on Houston's number 10, Sam Cassell. It's his first. Their team foul.
Third against the Rockets. 83-79. Bulls with the lead as Scottie comes off the screen. Kicks it over, and it's intercepted. Rick Kasner brings it down the floor and lays it in.
Here they come back for 2.
On top, Steve Kerr, right side MJ. Turns and looks. Scottie posts up with Cassell on him now. Ball knocked loose. 8 on the shot clock. Scottie kicks it to Luke from 15. Luke Longley. Big basket by Luke.
Only his first basket of the game gives him 3 here.
Bulls take that 4-point lead right back. Inside, Olajuwon falls down, and a foul called against Luke, and Olajuwon gets up, limping just a little bit.
Bulls foul number 13, Luke Longley. That's his 4th.
He steps on it. He steps on it. Boy, that's no wonder he didn't sprain his ankle. Non-shooting foul.
Ori up high to set the screen. Cassell with it on the wing, looking inside for Olajuwon. Scottie right there defensively against him. Olajuwon does finally get it down low. Spin, Scottie right there again, stolen away. Here comes MJ, crossover move, MJ. Whoa, most fell in, he'll go to the line.
Clyde Drexler making a nice play, but Michael almost does. He just plays that lane beautifully there. It comes out to Clyde. He comes on down, he crossover, gets fouled, he flips it up and almost catches that thing.
That was close, Jeff.
Yes.
Pair of free throws from Michael.
Don't jump in the air.
He's done pretty well from the free throw line. Career against the Rockets. the same as what he is overall.
So the Bulls now have them in foul trouble with 5:14 to go. Next foul puts them to the free throw line.
Bulls with a 6-point lead. Drexler trying to post up with Michael on him. Has to go out to the corner to get it. Drexler makes the move inside and puts it in.
Done. Clyde Drexler with 24.
Scotty across the timeline in a hurry. Gets the high screen. Pip for 3.
Oh, off the screen. Pretty good defense by Sam Cassell, but Pip knocks it down.
25 for Scotty now. Cassell had it knocked away by Pippen, and it'll be Houston ball with 17 on the shot clock. 4:36 remaining in the game.
I don't know if they give you a triple-double on it, but as you said, Pip's got 12 rebounds, 25 points, and 11 turnovers.
A 3 from the corner off. Tony mistimed his rebound jump. Now Olajuwon with a second chance. And can't get that one. Rebound pulled down by Michael. 90-83. Bulls with the lead. MJ uses the screen into the corner. Tony. Michael for Luke inside the defender. Basket traveling. The Bulls with the lead coming down the stretch. Drexler in the lane, jump hook. Drexler can't get it. Michael tipped it, and Tony Kukoc comes down with it.
So the Bulls have been able to control that ball, even though they haven't been able to take a perfect catch on it.
Kukoc wants the post up now. He goes away. Shot clock at 10. 3:40 remaining.
Hold still on him.
Michael inside, had it blocked by Robert Horry. Tony got it back. Shot clock at 4. At 3. MJ.
Yes! From Tony, and they'll take a timeout to talk it over.
And Michael is screaming at Luke, saying, when I give you that ball in there, you take it to the basket. 3:28 left. The Bulls lead at 92-83.
Right now, at Electric Avenue, Montgomery Ward, you can get one. Like a Sony 32-inch TV with picture-in-picture for just $8.99. Get 25 to $50 back on Maytag lawn repairs and refrigerators. This Maytag washer is just $4.74. Matching dryer is just $3.99.
Come to Georgetown, you'll be a big man on campus.
At Indiana, you'll be on national TV.
You get a great education.
A college degree.
And all the crunchy tacos you can eat.
Soft tacos.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Another double-decker taco, son?
Thanks, Coach.
Coach.
Now try the bacon double-decker tacos from Taco Bell. 2 new ways to bring soft and crunchy together for one big sizzling taste.
A little something for the road, boys?
Not many things are more Chicago than United, but there are a few. United. Proud to fly more Chicagoans than any other airline. Come fly Chicago's hometown airline. Come fly our friendly skies.
Bulls with a 9-point lead. Tony Kukoc goes in for the shot, throws it to Michael. Michael hooks it over the top of Olajuwon, knocks the ball down. His reaction was yes. And he says to Luke, next time I give you the ball, slam that ball home.
And he's still talking to Luke. He is still talking to Luke right there.
He said at least if you go up and try to slam it, he may come up with, Olajuwon comes up with the foul. So 3:28 here.
5 periods. Rockets got off to the lead. Bulls with a tremendous second quarter. Rockets came right back in the third. And how about the fourth? 19-12 Bulls.
We were kidding around. Harper came over. Yeah. He says, what has Pip got in turnover? He said at least 11. He says, you got a triple-double. He says, I had one my first year. They told me I had a triple-double. I had my chest out and everything else until I found out 11 of them were turnover.
He said, but then later I told everybody I did have a triple-double. Castro bring it across the timeline. Drexler out wide. One-on-one. He's talking to Michael. They're talking to each other. Inside Olajuwon. Wants to spin. It goes off Luke's foot out of bounds with 8 in the shot clock. 3:12 remaining. Bulls are on a 9-2 run, John. The last 3:45. A 9-2 run. Rockets just cannot buy a basket. Here they're talking to Tony. Down low, Olajuwon. Shot clock at 3. At 2. Fadeaway jumper. Nope. And Tony right there with a rebound. Olajuwon tries to cause a little trouble. Bulls will slow it down. Under 3 minutes remain. Bulls lead at 92-83. MJ with it on the right side. On top, Steve Kerr. Back to Kukoc. Good ball movement and a foul away from the ball.
Sam Cassell.
Number 10, Sam Cassell, on his second personal. It's a 15 foul against the
They'll shoot free throws. Pick will go to the line.
Chicago in the remainder of the quarter.
Scotty takes his time and hits the first. And John, you'd be surprised at this. Olajuwon has missed his last 5 field goals and 6 of his last 7. Scotty gets both of those. 94-83 now. Bulls with the lead. Cassell brings it across the timeline. Olajuwon up high with a screen and roll. Olajuwon wants to make the move. Luke and Michael come over to help out. And offensive foul. Tony stood there to draw the charge, and it's Bulls ball with 2:31 remaining.
Clyde Drexler coming down the middle. They really didn't know what they wanted to do. Olajuwon hesitated. Now here he comes. He's going to throw the finger roll, but Tony is there, gets knocked down. They pick up the foul. So the Bulls eating those valuable seconds off the clock.
Scotty will bring it across the timeline on the dribble with Rakasner on him. Tony with it on the right side with Robert Horry right there defensively. Tony goes by and
goes to the line, right?
Yep. Horry called for the hold.
Tony has really improved his game, and when he has this kind of a game, the Bulls are almost unstoppable because your big three are going to do their thing, and then Steve Kerr chips in with his points big time.
Tony can't quite get that first one. Hits the second one. 95-83 now. Bulls with the lead. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remain. Olajuwon turns and looks, and a foul, I think, on Scotty. Sam Cassell, no, it's on Luke. Cassell came around, and Luke gave him a pretty good elbow.
They're leaving here, the World Championship fans. They've got 32 sellouts this year at 16,285. And did they give that to
Luke? Horry with the top of the circle, brings it to the wing. Running one-hander, Robert Horry, very short and Longley right there, gives it back to Scotty. 2 minutes remain. Bulls lead at 95-83. Kerr left wing. Scotty was looking for the lob. He's got it now right side for Tony. 10 of the shot clock. MJ top of the circle, gets it to Luke and right back. Around the screen, Michael couldn't buy it. Rebound, Robert Horry. 95-83.
Down.
Michael comes over, and MJ will pick up the foul as Olajuwon was going for the ball. So was Michael, but he bumped into Akeem.
Yeah, that was a tough situation because Steve Kerr was the man back, and Olajuwon certainly could outjump him.
So Olajuwon gets a pair here.
30. Olajuwon, yes.
Olajuwon makes that one. 31 for him. Along with 9 rebounds and 2 assists. Kerr right side for Scotty, and he's held. Could have been called on either Robert Horry or Sam Cassell, and they'll pick Robert Horry for the foul. A minute 28 remains, and the Bulls lead at 95-85.
Quiet in this building now, isn't it?
Is it ever?
15 in a row coming in here.
Our producer director on Sports Channel is James A. Angio. Our associate producer Doug Stanton, executive producer Kathleen Karp, and our vice president of programming is Mike Vogel. Scotty makes the second one, 96-85, and the Rockets want a timeout. Timeout Houston with 1 minute 28 seconds left. The Bulls lead at 96-85.
We're into the future. We're into the past. Mommy's lost. Not this mommy. Not in this car.
Avis Satellite Guidance, first in the most cities across America. Another way the employee owners of Avis are making the future safer, faster, and better.
Destination ahead. We're into the future.
You found us.
Avis did. To introduce you to a more affordable way to go cellular.
Hello.
Ameritech will give you a free portable phone.
Great.
And monthly minutes.
Nice.
And great Ameritech service, all for just $19.95 a month.
That's it?
That's it. Just $19.95 for everything.
For everything?
Yep. Act now and get 1 month unlimited local calling. New Pickup and Go Cellular. The more affordable way to go cellular. Especially now. So what do you say?
Thanks.
Only from Ameritech. Your link to better communication.
On the information superhighway, you need more than the latest technology. You need a very powerful drive. The Chevy Blazer with the Vortec V6. It's nice to know it's there.
Our Chicago Bulls Bud Light players of the game, and we got two of them. Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc combined 31 points, 6 of 9 from three-point range. Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc, our Chicago Bulls Bud Light players of the game. There the two are. You know, Reg, you talk about a number of different things with this Chicago Bulls basketball team, but this is what a win tonight.
Houston, we have a problem. Number 23 tonight. It might be number 25, number 7, number 33, number 91.
Horry will trigger the inbounds pass now. 96-85. Bulls with the lead. Rockets will need some quick points now. Olajuwon looking for the opening. Looking for the spin move. Michael tipped it. They got it to Clyde. Drexler. Top baseline jumper. Nope. Rebound. Scotty tipped it out. It's Bulls ball. Let's check in with Lou Canellis. Lou, what's up?
Guys, prior to tonight's contest, Phil Jackson said this game would be dictated by how well the Bulls rebound. Can Tony spell Dennis Rodman? And can his team play Olajuwon without fouling him and without the double team? They out-rebounded Houston 50-27. Tony had 14 points off the bench, and no one fouled out.
Inside, Longley kicks it out to Scotty. Bulls will play a little keep away. 10 on the shot clock. A minute remains here at Houston. Down low, Scotty, jumper off the glass, wouldn't go. Rebound tapped out, and Luke will get it back to Steve Kerr.
And they'll just kill some time here. They'll take the air out of the ball. This is their first. It'll be the first time in what? Phil's career, I know. It's 1987.
And we got to get that stat up as Tony gets it inside, and he got fouled by Olajuwon. Of the all-time winningest teams in the NBA to start the season. 96-85 with 33.5 seconds remaining. We're going to show you as Kukoc hits the first one. Jason Caffey comes in. Luke Longley will sit down. Good move by Phil Jackson. Get the big fella out. Let him get some more ice on that knee. Tony's second one. 98-85, Bulls with the lead over the Rockets. Cassell will bring it across the timeline. Robert Horry back to Cassell. That pass is way too low. Cassell runs through and lays it in with 20 seconds remaining. Kerr gets it ahead to Tony Kukoc. MJ will bring it across the timeline, and the Bulls can run this clock out. On the road in Houston, Michael with a dribble on a night when he didn't shoot very well. 7 of 26 for MJ, but the Bulls bench played great. And on the road again in Houston, the Chicago Bulls with a huge win here over the Houston Rockets. All smiles as they walk off. And Johnny, best starts ever in the NBA with 3 losses. The Lakers started 39-3. The 76ers were 37-3, and the Chicago Bulls have tied it now 39-3 on a pace for a 76-6 overall record. What a place to tie it on the road here in Houston. Chicago Bulls win it 98-87. Now let's go back to our studio one more time. Here's Steve Cashel.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom and Johnny. Back here with Norm Van Leer. Mighty impressive, Norman.
I'd say the most impressive win this season, to do what they just done, and no matter how they did it with the team, the bench, and everybody participating with your star, not having a good game. Very impressive as far as I'm concerned. Phil made some major adjustments in what he had to do, and people responded with Rodman every now and then playing defense. It's just an amazing game. I love what I saw tonight.
Bulls now 17-3 on the road, 16 wins in a row. They include they're keep increasing their team record, 7 in a row on the road now. And the Bulls looking great, 17-0 and facing opponents for the second time this season. Our Hoover play of the game. Go back to the second quarter in this one. Ron Harper here with the steal. He's going to get the jam. Ron Harper tonight. 8 points. Bulls win 98-87. Sports Channel report up now.
Tonight on the report, the Glide versus Hang Time. The Bulls look to make history in Houston. We'll go live into the Bulls locker room. We've got the Blue Demon report as Coach Joey Meyer joins us with his look at DePaul hoops. And our main man, Kevin Garnett, is in action. We'll see if Los Lobos can find a golden win against the Nuggets.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Channel Report. He's Steve Cashel. I'm Amy Stone. And joining us tonight for the report, Ozzie Guillen, the Chicago White Sox shortstop, as well as Storm and Norman Van Leer. And later, Joey Meyer stops by for the Blue Demon report.
But first, a lot on the line tonight as the Bulls not only open their second longest road trip of the season, but also try and become just the 9th team in NBA history to go an entire month unbeaten. And what a task to try and accomplish that feat tonight as they met the 2-time defending world champions of the NBA, the Houston Rockets, no less, at the Summit in Houston. Phil and company leading 54-44 at the break. Third quarter, Ron Harper, the steal. The foot race with Clyde. Harper wins the jam right there, 58-46 Bulls. Then Pippen driving, he's going to lose the ball. Rodman recovers, back to Pip, who's going to nail the three. As the shot clock winds down, Bulls 61-50. Pippen tonight with 28 points. Olajuwon then spin move around Longley. Short jumper, 61-57. Then Jordan with the steal ahead to Rodman. Pippen right here for the jumper. Bulls would go up 67-61 here in the third quarter. Houston would outscore the Bulls 27-19, however. Olajuwon drawing the double team out to Eldridge Riskasner right there. Then Robert Horry nails the three, 70-68 Bulls. Then Pippen comes back, misses the three, but look at Michael, jams it home on the foul. 73-68, rough day for Michael, so he got some things done underneath. End of the third, Bulls led by 2. Then look at Rodman, the little putback there. 76-71 Bulls. They scored the first 3 points in the fourth quarter, went on a nice little 10-2 run. Then Pippen to Kerr, nailing the three, 81-73. Pippen comes around the screen. He's going to nail a three himself. 90-83 Bulls. Then Jordan driving, has his shot blocked here by Horry. Kukoc recovers. gets to MJ, little short hook, 92-83. Great teamwork by Chicago, and what a night as the Bulls take care of the Houston Rockets, 98-87. Pippen with 28 points, Michael with 22, Steve Kerr 17, Tony Kukoc had 16. The Bulls will be in Sacramento to meet the Kings on Thursday. Then it's on to LA for the big showdown of the season as Michael and the Bulls meet Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll have that one for you here on Sports Channel beginning at 9 o'clock with Game Time Friday night. Highlights of Magic's return later in the show. Still to come here as the report rolls on for a Tuesday night. More on tonight's Bulls win as we head live into the locker room at the Summit in Houston, Texas. Plus, Indiana tries to hawk the Hawkeyes in a Big Ten matchup at Assembly Hall. Later, Kevin Garnett and Los Lobos take on Denver. Keep it here.
When does a car feel good? When things are easy to reach. So we built a cabin simulator that varies the location of almost everything the driver uses to drive the car. We moved the parts in and out and up and down. It wasn't until everyone was comfortable that we could relax. Dodge Stratus. It's full of answers. Now get 1.9% financing, 500 cash savings, or a low lease rate.
It's Slam Dunk Saturday on Sports Channel. At 11, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame are thinking upset when they battle Big East power Georgetown. Next at 1, the NIU Huskies rumble with the Loyola Ramblers. At 3:30, the Ohio Bobcats venture to Oxford to battle intrastate rival Miami. Then at 7, it's Big Ten hoops when Kiwan Garris hopes to lead the Fighting Illini past freshman phenom Sam Okie and the Wisconsin Badgers. Saturday at 11, only on Sports Channel.
The Sports Channel Report is brought to you in part by British Airways, the world's favorite airline, and by Mazda. Experience cars and trucks built with a passion for the road. Mazda.
What does it feel like in the new Club World tilting cradle seat? What does it feel like in the Club World London Arrivals Lounge with private showers?
I got a passion and it's burning hot.
Protege. Best basic warranty in its class.
Passion.
Sports sedan poise and composure. Road and track. Well equipped. Priced like a base Corolla. Lease a Protege from $159, $999 down.
Oh, Mazda.
Protege.
Passion for the road. Passion.
Hey, with this win, the Bulls have now won 16 in a row, and they're starting to rival the other teams in the city for their longest win streaks ever, held by the Cubs. Look at that. Back in 1880, Norm, 21 games in a row. And also 1935, Bulls, of course, last team to do it here with 16 in a row, but will they catch the Bears, Sox, and Cubs? My question is, what's the hardest sport to win the most in a row?
Oh, that's a tough question. I would say the hardest sport to win all those in a row, I think, would be football.
Mm-hmm.
I would think. I think basketball would be more the easier one in the games they play, but that's a tough one to call.
Yeah, because baseball you do play nearly every day. Time for Norm's Keys as the Bulls win 98-87, and you know they went 12-2 in the month of November, 13-1 in December, now 14-0 in January. It's really amazing. Let's go through your keys.
Speaking of keys and January.
Do you have a theme?
Oh, I have a theme.
What is it?
It's January, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, it is
January.
cold outside,
Very
my
cold.
people. Very cold. So when it's cold outside and your car won't start and things like that, you need a jump start. And what happened? The Bulls were a little cold, so they got the jump start from the bench. Tony Kukoc and Kerr hitting everything to get this jump start going. That's what it's all about. When you need a jump start, you call on the cables. That being Kukoc and Kerr, the K-Boys, that's right.
K-Boys,
that's right, the cables, all right. We got it going with the jump start, and we got the rhythm going because they got us in the move, in the groove, because Kerr was a big factor, as far as I'm concerned, player of the game, in the way he came in and hit jump shot after jump shot to get this going. But you know what? There's two guys with the school in Houston, but right now they're too cool for school. And that's being Olajuwon and Drexler. And I tell you what, they warmed up in a hurry in this cold weather and got this team moving, getting it done. one rebound, out to another, dunking the ball. You think this guy with his age is still dunking and moving even after back injuries and his move from Portland down to Houston, he's just going and going and going. It's like the rabbit with the batteries. He just keeps on going. I like it. And then Akeem gets warmed up and he goes to school, and it just made things happen down low, which was tough at that point. And I tell you what, here's the play right here, around, boom, pow, hit in the face. Yes, he got it done, Drexler, even though he's concerned with that play. I tell you what, you know when it's cold outside, somebody's got to have a little frostbite.
Yeah.
You know that? And that frostbite happened to go to our star, Ben Michael Jordan. He just couldn't buy a bucket. You know, the fingertips are cold. They don't like the change in climate, but at the same time, it's just cold, and Michael couldn't get it done. He had no feel in his fingers. He couldn't react. He couldn't get it to fall. It was just one of those things, but you keep trying. But I tell you what, it's called the meltdown. When it's cold, you got snow outside. You know who the meltdown was? The blonde bomber, because he got some defense on Hakeem and got it going. He did an excellent job, and then Luke comes in and does the job. We melted down the big fella to get no points around that little spurt, and the Bulls just took over and taking charges and things like that. That's what the meltdown is all about. And I tell you what, that was a key point in the game because it came in, kept things going, and man, my hat's off to the bench and this cold day up here in January in Chicago, and we take that hot streak down to Houston and beat them up. Now let's get on the plane and go to Sacramento.
All right, that's right. And Sacramento on Thursday night, then against the Lakers on Friday. We'll have Friday's game right here on Sports Show. We got to take a short break. When we return, we're going to chat more eventually with Sox Gold Glove shortstop Ozzie Guillen, and we're standing by to go inside the Bulls locker room. Also hear from Phil Jackson on the Bulls' big win. Stay with us.
To the designers of the Dodge Stratus, performance isn't just how a car handles, but what it handles. So along with a rigid frame and modified double wishbone suspension for control, they also developed the biggest trunk in its class. So Stratus isn't just a great driver's car, it's a great packer's car. Dodge Stratus. It's full of answers. Now get 1.9% financing, 500 cash savings, or a low lease rate.
To introduce you to a more affordable way to go cellular,
hello,
Ameritech will give you a free portable phone.
Great.
And monthly minutes.
Nice.
And great Ameritech service, all for just $19.95 a month.
That's it?
That's it. Just $19.95 for everything.
For everything?
Yep. Act now and get 1 month unlimited local calling. New Pickup and Go Cellular, the more affordable way to go cellular, especially now. So what do you say?
Thanks.
Only from Ameritech. Your link to better communication.
I got a passion and it's burning hot.
Protege. Best basic warranty in its class.
Passion.
Sports sedan poise and composure. Road and track. Well equipped. Priced like a base Corolla. Lisa Protege from $159. $999 down.
Oh, master.
Protege.
Passion for the road.
It's Primetime Thursday on Sports Channel. At 7, Lorenzen Wright and the high-flying Memphis Tigers take on Peter Patton and the DePaul Blue Demons in a crucial Conference USA tilt. Thursday night at 7, only on Sports Channel.
There's one place to go for sports in Chicago where you don't need a ticket. Hey, you don't even need to get out of your car. The Score, Sports Radio 820.
Chrysler Plymouth presents Live in the Locker Room, brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
Small forward comparison here in 2 Bulls wins over Houston this year, both from January. Last time out at the United Center, Drexler didn't play, so Chucky Brown was against Pippen. Pippen had an easy going there, but tonight Pippen and Drexler, pretty good matchup, but got to look at Scotty's numbers right there with 28 points and waiting for the finals on rebounds, assists, and blocks and steals. Scotty got it done tonight. Hakeem Olajuwon did lead all scorers with 31. Pippen leading the Bulls with 28. And this is, of course, Norm Van Leer. This is Ozzie Guillen, shortstop for the Chicago White Sox, who's been spending most of the winter in Caracas, Venezuela. That's why you don't have makeup on, right? That's just the tan? You're going to lose that in about 3 days here in this weather.
I was losing. I only have like
24 hours, yeah. That turned me white.
No sun here, buddy.
Ozzy's here to promote Sox Fest this weekend at the Hyatt Regency in Chicago, and got to watch the Bulls games with us this evening at the Sports Channel studios. What's your reaction on this Bulls win?
Well, I think it was nice. I think without a Michael Jordan, they have a great game, and when the bench come through like that, I think it's easy for everybody to play the game. When you have a good bench and the bench produce the way they produce, I think that's the way to win games.
Yeah, well, the Bulls sure got it done tonight. They win by 11, 98-87. They've won 7 in a row on the road. Their team record, by the way, is 8, and they can tie that in Sacramento on Thursday. And how about the play tonight? You mentioned it in your keys, Dennis Rodman on Akeem Olajuwon tonight, but really you got to give the Player of the Game award to Steve Kerr.
Well, he's got to have it or share it with somebody, but I got to lean toward him at this particular time because he came in when he needed points, needed offense. He provided it. When you hit like that from the outside, there's 2 things in mind. It keeps them from running fast breaks where they're great at completing on the end, especially Drexler, because you're hitting your shots. Second of all, it opens up to go inside and do things from that standpoint, and you have to be aware of him on the court, and that's what happened tonight. And at times when your star, your main scorer of all those games, is not having a particularly good night, someone else has to step up, and certainly that's what happened with Kerr, and Ozzie put it right there. That's what a bench is all about, stepping up when you need to step up.
You know, all the bench scoring tonight came from 3 players. Kukoc had 17, Steve Kerr had Kukoc 16, Steve Kerr 17, and Sam Cassell 8. The only guys that scored off the bench tonight, those 3 guys for either team. We're going to go back to the game site now, the Summit in Houston, get some final thoughts from Tom Dorr and Johnny Red Kerr. Gentlemen?
All right, thanks, guys. And, Johnny, what a night for the Chicago Bulls. The bench did a great job, outscored them 33-2. It was all Tony Kukoc and Steve Kerr. But almost more importantly is what a huge win at Houston and what a month the Bulls have put together.
Well, you know, Michael has had such great games, but we come into Houston, he's played well and we've lost. Tonight, he did not play well, but his teammates picked him up. And you're right, it's a great win to start a nice road trip with. You get on the road here, come through Texas. If you can win that game at all, you got it. We'll take a look at the rest of the schedule here coming up.
At Sacramento on Thursday. Then, of course, the big game with the Lakers on Friday. You'll see it right here on Sports Channel as Magic's coming back at Denver. Then Phoenix and Golden State to close it out. And then, Johnny, the Bulls are done for the All-Star break. A lot of guys going to the All-Star game, coaches and players both. But what a start to the first half of the season. What a fabulous start.
Well, you mentioned it while we were off camera, Tom. That's 16 in a row for the Bulls, and they played through the entire month of January without a loss.
Boy, that's just hard to believe. I mean, this team is doing things. They're going to reset some record books, it looks like. And, John, it seems like they can do it at different times when Michael and Scotty are the only guys that do something. And tonight when Michael just couldn't get anything going, the bench comes through and plays great. They've done it when they had to.
Yeah, and I think the Bulls surprised everybody. They took a team record 27 three-point field goals in this game, and in the second quarter they went in, and late in the game they went in for them too.
So the Bulls get a win tonight under adverse circumstances here in Houston and run the table here in the month of January. All right, guys, take it away.
Tom and Johnny, thank you. And one of the differences tonight, the free throw shooting. Norm, look at that. Just 9 free throws shot by the Rockets tonight. Bulls can't have any complaining to do the referees. They shot 28 free throws and hit 22 of them.
Well, don't forget they ran some good plays, and they went to the basket and capitalized on them. Houston went to one man basically down low. A lot of that was jump shots, and their whole scheme of things was to get outside and shoot, and they didn't do that very well. Usually, Akeem would shoot 20 himself, but there was a different makeup tonight on that, and the Bulls capitalized being on the road.
All right, one other point I mentioned, Scottie Pippen's stats. He did have 28 points. He also had 12 rebounds and 5 assists. Back to the Summit in Houston right now, Lou Canellis with Michael Jordan.
All right, guys, Michael getting ready here and get a word or two with MJ. Wanted to know why we want to talk to him and not Steve Kerr or Tony Kukoc.
The boards, the big key, or the boards, period, the big key tonight.
Get that mic down. I think we did a good job on the rebounding. I think we tried to get them off the board as much as possible, and we felt they were vulnerable for the offensive rebound. So we kept going forward, and they kept giving us some extra opportunities to score. And Steve Kerr hit some big baskets for us. Ron Harper hit some big baskets. So we had an all-around the game, except for my offensive capabilities. But I think the team really covered for me tonight, and I was able to do other things out in the basketball court. So I think it was an all-around team effort.
Hey, Michael,
MJ,
now
explain
that you got
to
this
us what
39-3 going, does it mean a little more to you than what you were letting on? I mean, every time you win now. You're doing something special.
Yeah, I think it is special, but I think even before this, every time we won, it was something special too. I mean, building up to this point, a lot of these guys, as I said, never experienced this, and now their names are in the record books, and we're just going to try to continue to keep it there and make them feel proud, and ourselves. I think we feel good that we going out and we winning ball games, and we're building on something that's special about this team in our season. But I don't think we want to get complacent with it. And like I say, when you win, each game is a motivational game. You feel very enthused about going out and playing.
Michael, we've talked to you after you've lit up the joint. Now tell us what it's like. What runs through your mind when you can't hit the ball?
I was really I couldn't find a rhythm, no matter how much I tried, no matter what I did, a layup, a dunk, a free throw, whatever. It's just one of those games where I couldn't find a rhythm, and I think the best thing about it is that, the team came around and supported me, and, I was able to do other things out there, rebounding, steals, defense, whatever, and, that's the key. When you're not really contributing as much as you want offensively, and the team is really picking up in that area, do other things. You're trying to, show a well-rounded atmosphere to your game.
How special the Rockets? You've beaten them twice. They're the defending champs. So does this mean that you guys are the team to beat in this league? What are your thoughts about them, Mike?
I think they may be struggling a little bit in the regular season, but I mean, they've gone through some injuries, and the team has struggled with trying to find the chemistry and continuity, and they're without a key player tonight. So I think that they still got a lot of time to get themselves ready for their defending of a championship, and no matter how well we're playing now, that team is going to be the team to beat in the playoffs. They did it last year when things were not going their way in the regular season, and they turned it up in the playoffs. So, they're a great example of what the regular season really doesn't count. It's when the playoffs come and how well they're playing.
You've got the Magic Friday with the Magic Man. Is that special for you?
I think it's great to see him back. I think hopefully we can focus on Sacramento first, and we're going to be ready. I think hopefully when we go in there to play the Lakers, I know he's going to add a different dimension to that team, and probably a very enthused, motivating crowd that's going to be there, and we just have to be prepared to play.
Michael, what about your defense tonight? Obviously the team did not shoot the ball well, and yet you were able to beat a quality team on the road.
I think it's our defense once again. I mean, we were not able to shoot the ball like we normally can, and defensively we were able to keep them from getting comfortable offensively, and we kept getting the rebounds, offensive and defensive rebounds, and steals. So I think this is another good example. When you can't really contribute offensively, you can always play sound defense, and defense wins championships.
That second quarter was the difference, and Tony and Steve off the bench really took off for you guys. Talk about that.
Both of those guys came in and gave us a big lift. I mean, Steve was knocking down every three, and Tony was really utilizing his matchup and his talents, which is very important for us. And they really cover Scottie Pippen in my butt tonight, because we normally contribute in that in those situations, and we were struggling offensively, and those guys picked us up, and I think we were able to maintain the defensive intensity on the other end, which is, I think, shows the maturity of both of us, is that if we can't do it offensively, we can do it other ways, and those guys really maintained the consistent play that they gave us.
Michael, before tonight's game earlier today, we learned that Dennis wasn't selected to play on the Eastern Conference All-Star team, and prior to the game he was pretty outspoken about it. He said that he knew you were an advocate of him making the team. Talk about what it's like now not to have him on the team.
Well, I think it's really a low blow for a guy who leads the league in rebounding and shows his unique talents, probably the best at what he does, and he's not rewarded for that. I mean, he's certainly one of the most entertaining guys in this league. He has his following. He's certainly, he's a very integral part to our team's success, and I think he was very deserving of being on that on the All-Star game. I know he was injured pretty much the first half, but I think he came on to show that he was qualified to be on an All-Star team, and I was very disappointed that he didn't make the team, and hopefully he's mature enough, I think he is, that he won't let that get him down, and his ultimate goal is to win a championship, and I mean that'll be a good way to show his certainly his sadness for not being on that team.
Outside of the championship. All right, guys, comments from Michael Jordan, who had a rough night of it tonight, 7 of 26 from the field. Now let's pick it up with Scottie Pippen, who is right behind us. If our cameraman can turn around, nice job.
It was a quadruple. You had double-figure three-point attempts.
Well, we can add that in there, too. It doesn't matter. You know, the bottom line is we won the basketball game, and that's what I came here for.
And you hit a big three also down the stretch that really helped open things up. And that's what you take out of this more than the mistakes out of it.
Well, definitely. I mean, we're happy with the win, no matter how terrible we played or how scattered we played this game. You know, we knew what we had to do inside of their building to get a win, and that was to stop their rhythm into their offense, and we did that.
Scotty, what does it say when you have the kind of game you did with the turnovers? Michael shoots as he did, and yet you come in here and win while they have Drexler.
It says a lot. It says one thing that, you know, this team is not about just Michael and Scotty, for one. Our bench came off and gave us that lift what we needed, and me and Michael had to defer our game offensively to guys like Tony and Steve, you know, who were shooting the ball well. And, you know, we picked up in other areas defensively and got on the boards and got us some second shots.
How do you rate this triple-double compared to some of the others?
This is probably the funniest one I ever got, you know. It's great. It's got a lot of humor to it.
Make it a little easier when you get a win, I suspect.
Oh, definitely. You know, it would have been frustrating, you know, to go back to the hotel and think about, you know, how poorly we played and had opportunity to get 39 wins and lose. But, yeah, that makes this game all special and great when we know that we played bad and we won. And we still tied for
the
record.
Is it almost a psychological edge that you beat them, you know, defending two-time champions at a time when you didn't play your best?
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, it means nothing, you know. I've been in their shoes, and you know, they beat us twice when we were the champs. We haven't been successful in this team building. I mean, they've been able to come in and beat us. So, you know, this game really means nothing to us, but gave us 39 wins.
39-3, Pip, ties that NBA record for best starts. What does it mean to Scottie Pippen to tie a record like that?
It's great, you know. It's great. It's great to be a part of this team. It's great to be able to accomplish such a record, you know, since I've been with this franchise. And, you know, it's also extra special for the coaching staff, you know, who's really worked us hard, and for Michael, who's been here and helped build this franchise up. You know, this is a great accomplishment for us, and, you know, I'm just glad to be a part of it.
I believe you had 12 rebounds, and I know that was one of the keys that Phil said coming into the game. You guys needed to rebound well, and you had 20 second chance points opposed to Houston's 2. How key was that?
Well, it was big. It was big for us because we didn't shoot the ball well. The two superstars, myself and Michael, weren't shooting the ball well at all. You know, we had to defer our play to the other guys and get to the boards and try to lift us up in a different area because, you know, we really didn't shoot the ball as a team the first half good at all. And our second shots kept us in the game.
Prior to tonight's game, we learned earlier today that Dennis wasn't selected to the Eastern Conference All-Star squad, and he was pretty outspoken about it prior to the ball game. I know he's disappointed. You said that he should have made it. Michael said that he should have made it. Now, how do you feel now that he hasn't been selected?
Well, he's still an all-star in our eyes. I mean, we know Dennis is a guy that really makes this basketball team flourish. And, you know, he gives us good rhythm, hard work ethic on the court. And, you know, it's tough for a guy like him who's been at the top of his game and is dedicated, you know, to going out and doing his job every night. And he's not getting the credibility that he deserves. But, you know, I'm sure that, you know, a lot of people know that, you know, Dennis is an all-star player, and you know, they treat him that way.
Do you think he was snubbed because of his antics on the court?
I don't think so. You know, I think everything was pretty much set up early anyway. You know, everybody's been looking at Rice to make it, and you know, he's playing well, but you got to give Dennis credit. He goes out and gets 16 boards every night. You have to really play with him to appreciate him.
But if I came to you before the game and told you that you were going to shoot 10 of 23, Michael's going to be 7 of 26, you're going to have 12 turnovers, Dennis is only going to have 10 boards, what would you tell me about the outcome of this game?
I said we still should win by 10.
Scott, you guys shot 40% this game. Was it something the Rockets did, or we just flat?
All right, guys, I am pinned inside the locker right next to Scottie Pippen. So what I'm going to do is, for the people viewing on Sports Channel, we are going back to Steve Cashel and Norm Van Leer.
All right, thanks a lot, Lou, and still back here with Norm Van Leer and Ozzie Guillen, and guys are happy, and it's been a happy locker room lately, Ozzie, when you win.
I think it's nice when you win. I think everybody look forward to be in the locker room, enjoy every win you have. I think I wish I can have the uniform right now just to enjoy with them.
That's right. You know, you got Sox Fest coming up this weekend at the Hyatt Regency. Tell me what's involved with Sox Fest this weekend.
I think, first of all, it's the time for the fans to be with the players, and also the players sign some autograph, talk about baseball, and newcomer players. And I think it's fun. I think I'll be doing the White Sox Fest for the last 4 or 5 years, and I think it's the greatest thing for the fans, for the kids, and also for the players. You know, they get around the fans and talk to them personal. And if you want to enjoy us this Friday, just call 312-616-1995, and we'll be there. I think it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend.
Good. You look forward to coming back? I mean, I know you're facing some cold weather here in Chicago, but does it kind of get you ready for the baseball season, at least mentally?
I love to be in Chicago in this time because I know it's going to be a baseball season. Last year in this time, I was back home thinking about when we're going to play, we're going to play.
If you're going to play, yeah.
And right now, when we come to Chicago in this time, in this weather, we know we have a season going on.
Well, that's great. And Norman, one more fact about the Bulls, they become the 9th team in NBA history to go unbeaten for the month, 14-0 in January. Last year, folks, the Bulls were 7-8 in the month of January, but we're talking about 2 completely different seasons between a year ago and this year.
Well, you're certainly talking about a completely different basketball team. Should have been All-Star Dennis Rodman is added to this basketball team. Michael Jordan is back on this basketball team, and the confidence level is just way out there, and this team feels it can't be beaten.
And the Bulls will take on Sacramento on Thursday night, and then the Lakers on Friday night. That's our next ball game right here on Sports Channel. Then it's Denver Sunday, Phoenix next Tuesday, and Golden State. So it's game 1 in the books as far as a 6-game road trip goes. Phil in the papers all day today, and yesterday at practice talking about he would be, well, maybe, I don't know about happy about, but he wouldn't be shocked if they went 3-3.
Well, I think that's really a smokescreen thrown up there because the fact is you get you guys ready and you say something like that, say, let's get ready to go. Let's go on this road trip. You know what? As he said before, 1 game at a time. But you need to have that type of thing from a coach to get the confidence in the players and not get overconfidence.
All right, back to the Summit in Houston. Lou Canellis with Steve Kerr.
Very much, Steve Cashel. We are alongside Steve Kerr, and nice job in that second quarter. Boy, you and Tony came up big.
Yeah, it was fun because it's not often that we're actually called upon to regain a lead. We're usually called upon to hold like a 10 or 12 point lead. So we were in a bit of a hole, and obviously playing against Houston in their building, it was a fun situation to be able to succeed. I thought Tony did a great job, knocked down a couple shots and did a great job rebounding, and that got us going.
Do you remember the last time you and Tony popped off the bench and worked as well as you guys did together?
No, this was, I think, our best game of the year together, Tony and me. You know, normally one of us will get going, the other one struggles a little bit, and you know, but it hasn't happened often where we're both hot and both really clicking. And if we can become more consistent in that area, then we can improve the team quite a bit.
What does it say about this team? Pip and Michael have off nights, and you guys still beat the 2-time defending world champs in their own joint.
It says that the strength of our team is our defense because this is a tough team to defend. Hakeem is unbelievable down on the post, and then they put great shooters around him. But even when we have poor shooting nights like tonight, our defense is so good. We've got the quickness of Dennis and Ron and Michael and Scotty to surround Luke's big body, and all of a sudden, teams are having a hard time scoring, and that's really where we win games, I think.
Steve, congratulations on a nice effort.
Thanks, Lou.
Steve Kerr, who popped off the bench tonight, contributed with 17 points. Let's bring the camera this way and get a word or two with Dennis Rodman, who has stopped to talk to the media.
You said David doesn't like you don't think? I don't think anybody likes me up there. I think that I've done what I had to do to provide entertainment for the league and make money for the league, but all of a sudden I don't get voted for nothing. What's your message to them then? Nothing. I'm gonna keep on trucking. I'm gonna keep on doing what I gotta do, keep going forward. And the best way to revenge what could have been is to win the championship and say, hey, I'm still here and you're not gonna get rid of me unless it's on my terms. Seems like the referees are on you a lot, Dennis. The referees for no reason. The referees are always on me for some reason. I don't know what it is. Every game. Sports Channel, drop that mic. Every game is like that. Every game. But when they let you do your thing, you do it and you rebound well. Yeah, but tonight, I got a couple of cheap calls and but I just keep doing what I gotta do and smile when I go back home.
Dennis, why did he give you the tea tonight? Did he tell you why he gave you the tea?
No.
It's always like that, it seems.
No, they keep asking me, keep telling me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. You don't have a right to talk to me. That's all they ever tell me. You don't have a right to talk to me.
How huge a victory is this coming into Houston here and beating the world champs on their own court?
They're not world champions right now. they're just the Houston Rockets. They got a good team, but they was world champions in June, so now it's like just any other team.
Talk about Steve Kerr's performance.
Steve Kerr and all the rest of the guys that play on the bench, they overshadow by Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and me, and whatever. These guys do a great job keeping us together.
Do you guys feel any pressure, 70 wins?
No, not at all. It seems like that.
What about not making the All-Star team, Dennis? Do you feel like...
All right, guys, it discussed Dennis Rodman, who, again, was answering questions about why he was not selected to the All-Star team earlier today. He's extremely disappointed in it, doesn't know what else he needs to do, and again, he was not named a reserve. Let's go back to Chicago.
All right, Lou, thanks a lot, and we're going to let Ozzie go. By the way, Ozzie Guillen brought his phone right here, and he just got a call from Caracas, Venezuela. I guess they're watching us on satellite there, right?
Yeah, they did.
Unbelievable.
They're lucky to be on TV here.
I don't know if that's allowable, but that's great, though.
Now they're knocking.
You said there's a lot of Bulls fans in Venezuela, right?
They are. Thank God they are. Now they know I can speak a little bit in English.
You speak very well. Oz, thanks for being here. We'll see you at Sox Fest this weekend. All right, thanks a lot.
See you later.
All right. And don't forget, folks, baseball just around the corner. Sox Fest just a few days away. Sox Fest 96 opens its doors Friday, February 2nd, continues throughout the weekend at the Downtown Hyatt. Sports Channel will have an hour-long Sox Fest special Friday at 8 o'clock, then live updates all day on Saturday, and of course, you can follow all the day's Sox Fest activities via our Sox Fest updates right here on the Sports Channel Report. For more information, call the Sox Fest hotline 312-616-1995. We're back with more of the Sports Channel Report right after this.
Chrysler Plymouth presents Live in the Locker Room, brought to you by the Stars of Chicagoland, your local Chrysler Plymouth dealers.